say for us?
I mean, yeah, talking about questions, Zafir, how are you feeling about the opposition? Talking about questions, Zafir, how are you feeling about the opposition team that you're going to be facing up against today with your team? Are you guys prepared? What homework have you done against the team that you're facing tonight?
Good question.
Well, we've been preparing for months, and now
Wow.
is the time to show what we've got. And yes, we're ready. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
It's too loud from my end, I don't know, but yeah, let's see if I can reduce the sound. Bring my
He's muted and he's unaware, so can you like turn on your mic? It seems like you're muted then.
So it seems like Super Donza here. A little bit muted, but I'm pretty sure it'll be alright though. Once you get his mic fixed, he'll be coming with a very nice answer to our question, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we're talking international bridge, guys. So
okay.
there is a drawback when it comes to these kind of tournaments is usually
Wait a
few
minute.
teams, and then we're mainly got teams from Southeast Asia, and then most of the teams, it's kind of like sad to say that most of the countries don't have good internet. So we also have to keep that into
โอ้ยใช่แต่
consideration.
ยังติดคาน
But other than that, I seem like we're back in here. I guess we won't be getting the other interviewer over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't think so, but it's completely all right. I hope they can speak their interview with them maybe on their gameplay against their opponents. Don't you think,
I
guys?
don't
Definitely. I mean, yeah, why do you want to speak if you can just show it in the game, right?
gusto
And
ko
you know, speech speaks louder
stream
than words.
to
So we
high
love
sa
them to
veda
see
o like
what they're bringing to the
mo.
table here in the game for us. So yeah.
Absolutely. Boom. Still waiting for the seven C's to be done as well, but ooh, seven C's from Bhutan. Actually, very, very interesting right here. I'm pretty sure when it comes to Bhutan lineup, there's Seven Seas, there's IC Paradise, and there's also Onyx Paradox. I'm pretty sure I've casted their matches in the Bhutan qualifiers as well. He was up against IC Paradise and Onyx. Yeah, Onyx Paradox, I think. Yeah, and they were actually pretty good. They're seeing very promising, drafting as well. But hopefully, they can compete against the mother of Molda, the land of Philippines right here. Because Friends X and 8IV, I'm pretty sure they are the winner of the international qualifiers that is, held in Falls Channel. And yes, Saraz Bulldog was casting there. Good caster, guys. So Amy said, anytime now, I guess we'll be heading to the drafting phase since we're not going to be getting the interview from the other side. But it's completely fine because, like Juan said, action speaks louder than words.
Yeah, I mean definitely. And while we're waiting for the draft, I just want to talk about the previous season, where Indonesia and Philippines, they totally, surprised me. They really caught me off guard because the meta that we have in India, it's totally different from what we have in the other regions, and that is where in the international I got to witness the meta. And one of the heroes, that is still in my mind that has totally fascinated me was the Freya picks that are very popular in the region of Indonesia and Philippines. And man, Bolty, if we talk about Freya from Philippines or Indonesia, they are not any kind of a normal Freya, because even the build, it is just way too different. Because if you talk about the build, man, I've seen a Freya go, Freya jungle, first item, war axe, second item, a bloody golden staff, to stack up those stacks on her passive and just spam, the spirit combo without a break. And that is just, something which really caught me off guard, because that actually works. And, the spell vamp from the war axe with the true damage and the extra stats just makes Freya such a formidable force to battle against. So yeah.
Yeah, of course, Freya here, but days ago. And then yesterday, Saras was talking about it a lot, giving us his insight about what is buff, what is nerf. So, all those stuff as well. So it's been a few days, but if I'm being talking about that, most of the players will find a way to kind of adapt to the meta right now. As you know, the meta is currently shifting to the fighter meta because there's a lot of fighters that have a very, very broken buff. We can name maybe Arlot. We can get name Xborg as well. Ruby also got some spell ban, which is like in the sustain meta. But I think the sustain meta is finally back because some of the anti-heal items are nerfed down, like choke down and maybe like below 50% heal reduction now. So yeah, even a Uranus as well is revamped. So lots on the table, man.
Yeah. I mean, talking about, the anti-heal, which has been nerfed. Before dominance, it reduces, your anti-heal by, what, 50%. Now it only reduces by 40%. So that is, gonna affect a lot of heroes, spellbam heroes in positive way because now the anti-heal reduction has been reduced to 40%, so it won't affect them much. And then that's where, the high sustain heroes and this spellvam and sustain heroes come at rise. And
Yep.
yeah, with that we've also seen the meta shifting more into the tank meta because as of now all the healers actually they've been nerfed to the ground because the heal on Florin on her ultimate, that is the immunity of the anti-heal that's also been removed. As for Angela, her shield has been reduced. Estes, his heal has been drastically been nerfed as well. But to compensate for that, they've give him an extra passive where if he's linked to a hero like an ally, then he can provide that ally with extra defense, which stacks about up to 15 to 30. So that's a good amount of hybrid defense for
Yep.
Estes. But yeah, that, I don't think that makes up for the heal because Estes was not one of the best healer picks, and with the heal reduce, I don't feel like he's gonna be much viable as well. And yeah, talking about the patch, the quality, I feel like fighters, as you've mentioned, we are definitely leaning into the fighter meta because fighters have received a lot of love, and boy, Arlord is one of them. So I feel
Yeah.
like we're gonna see a lot of Arlord. And man, I can't forget about our boy Lapu Lapu. He is a legend, right? And man, he is just right back into the meta as well.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Once we're getting some feed over here. We're having Tassi onto the
Wow.
interview stage. Hello, man. How's it going, man? Seeing a little bit of a smile there, but how are you guys prepared in so far for this upcoming match?
We didn't get to prepare properly because we didn't know about the tournament till yesterday.
Ooh.
Oh, Vance, what do you have to say about that? That's actually crazy.
Wow, that is actually crazy. But you know what's crazier? The confidence in you guys, to
Whoop.
participate despite not having enough practice. Because you know what? Screw the practice. We are here to showcase our skills, and that's what we're gonna do. So you guys are literally coming in with that kind of mindset. But yeah, if you guys, you're synergizing really well with one another, I feel like that can make up for the practice that we've lacked. So I'm rooting for you guys, to show us what you've got.
Right. Seems like thank you so much for the session here, man. I hope you guys, done a completely fantastic job against the other opponents. So here we are. Both of the teams are interviewed, of course. I thought we're not gonna be having that last interview, but yeah, we finally have it. But this time, like Tashi said there, no practice, no nothing. It's just gonna be straight up barren balls. But I like that kind of confidence, ladies and gentlemen, because up against somebody, if you can pull that up, then it's a high risk reward, or what do you like to say it? High play, high risk, high reward, something once.
Definitely. And yeah, it seems like we'll be heading into the draft in about a minute or so. So yeah, just hang around, and we'll be right into the drafting phase. And yeah, Bolti. So yeah, we've interviewed these teams, and we've talked with Zephyr and we've talked with what was his name again?
It was But for the Super Zoza, I don't think he was there anymore. But yes, the last one was Tashi Slin or Zing. If I butchered your name, I'm so sorry again.
Yeah, so we've interviewed these, right? And
Yeah.
the confidence, man, that's coming up from both of these guys, who we've interviewed so far, it's really good because it seems like despite one of them not being prepared, they're still here up, coming up here and playing without any practice because they just got to know about the tournament yesterday, which is absolutely crazy. But then again, the other guy, Zephyr, on the other hand, he said we have been preparing for months. So I'm actually really excited, to see how these
Video ka
guys
in
play.
en the lo
Because
mem.
it's months that we're talking about. So
Link karon
this
ton
is
so
gonna be
ha.
like a battle between a 1v1 and also uh, months of practice.
Le. Andiyan na nga yung custard. Sir, doon niya, oh.
I don't know. Actually don't know, man. Like anything can happen, especially in the
Hello,
international
hello.
scene, because there's
Oh,
always
hello,
this
hello.
factor that is like the ping, right? Like if the ping is slow or
Wait,
something,
wait, wait. Who
then
is this on the house?
even if you don't have much practice, if your opponents have better
Kenzie.
ping and if you have a better ping, that is
Eh,
always
Kenzie. Oh, okay, okay.
which is
Ako banda.
very hard to control, especially
Kas,
in this
kas
international
screen
scene.
hi ka
But still,
share
if
lang
you want
ito
to take
mo.
two internationals in
Hmm.
IST as well,
Ang lawat siya
this
and
this
nakain
brings
na yan.
together most nation because this is what I think the mobile
Ah, YouTube
Hello.
follow
scene
in.
in the SCA and
Oh, okay.
Philippines
YouTube pa
would
dyan. YouTube pa dyan.
finally come up
Mizo,
with
John,
for this
siyam
next
lao.
major.
Tawin
But
ka.
that being said, once ooh, it's gonna be seven C's versus
Pahatag mo ni.
Philippines, Bhutan versus Philippines. But of course, if there is any kind of prediction whatsoever, it's surely gonna fall to the side of Philippines. But I have hope for seven C's as well.
Oh, kaya nga an stream to ne an in stream to ne tahian nge. Still, I'm rooting for the Philippines.
Oh, hey, karon ton don. Vậy là vậy cho anh ấy khát na nha nói đó là cái là vậy là
And as for
Hello.
the Philippines, they've been
Lấy
preparing
cái
for
gì à rồi
months.
chẳng don à rồi
This
lụt
is
à rồi
the
cast khát bỏ bỏ
competition
don.
for seven Cs as well because look at over the
Anh
last
some
2 months,
hairstyle chẳng hạn chân
they've been
nila.
using their eyes and the practice, and we've just been waiting
Tuzo
patiently
ko ke bolti.
because since
Taramid bun. Taramid an bun je. Ve
since
god dum
yesterday,
hazo. Keyboard
because
tin ya
Hmm.
chai.
most of the teams like
Headphone
Philippines and
mic
Indonesia,
mic
they've
này lâu
been
hi wa sa niya mo.
preparing for months. They've been like
Ang going to hey
training
match masabera
for
Bhutan le
months when it
Philippines ang
came
khel do na.
to this tournament
An
because
nuam don kop may
getting an international stage
an ma sa server hi problem an ne me
showcase
theta.
what they've got. And this is an opportunity which none of you want to miss. So you gotta do what you
Share
gotta do.
share po kan la share ngam play
I
name
think
kan la chong ngam lawa.
I'm pretty sure he was from Bhutan, and
Tarin sa tange match and start doon.
Hey an chan do tu
I
na
feel
an
like they need something special
interview
from
Warm
an
up
this
well,
zo.
mate.
tournament, especially
Oh
for
an
a
warm up
team
there.
against
They
Philippines.
live and inaudible they kan ya
You're
oh.
kind of underestimating their opponents. They didn't even know like this.
Okay, okay.
Ho
Tashi
nghe in
Slin.
in
So
share too.
I don't know.
Ha
Maybe
karon da
maybe
ka
some
ti aya.
fruits of their labor can bloom in this match.
There Restream
Eh,
zo.
But of
pati
course, let them
tao
play.
lia tao ngang cái này xia, em tiếng cái gì
Oh,
đó.
ai
Indeed,
in the ere lo te chau kha nya I can see hi rong kal man
before that,
aron
their cast
la
videos
lut
as well.
man lo ni ka tia chu wan cha karon
And then
out
before that,
ni
we
ka poi
have
lo
here
go and take
someone
rest.
that's an
I
absolute
can see om
master,
to
but
thau.
still Philippines still very nice, the same as Indonesia as well. But the Indian team, I don't know about our boys here, but
Kan lo
we
react
have
ding che.
LCF and we do
Che
have
lo to
Tartars.
khan ho.
It was unfortunate that Tartars didn't play, but
Mase
for
mo.
their sake, we're happy.
Nine.
But I
Oh,
think it's gonna be LCF and
Kala
PPG
follow niyo.
versus
Ý.
PPG. Like, what are your expectations?
oh anh lo man ma
It's gonna be
Sebastian.
Oh,
very
ay
similar to
nakita.
like P2 tournament
Kaman
and
lo chung Sakura le esi pa ano oblo ko ngamo.
Indian
So
team
ning
and
karon dead le halang.
Indonesia.
All right, all
Ay tu na
right.
po sing ko ombon
These
tau ta.
are
Nakita kaman lo ko na katina ni chu.
Hmm.
they've not been exposed
Kwa
to
ava har
the
don le.
international scene because they've not won legends that much. But participated in a lot of tournaments back home in India, and they've
So ning karon
won
dead le
a
halang.
lot of big tournaments.
So nin
And
Ang lo hi true international hi sha chiang lo tom ta kin han soi fia la.
Mm. 저기서 저기는 대단해.
Ka lo correct zo zo ang.
Lo correct doon niya. Sa into international he uh Indonesia changa ron zor chwaga niya. Adikem.
Oh, ha.
Adik zelam. Collaborative
Hmm.
program niya no pang 18 college student na changin high school student hawan e-sport player promotan interrelation nation internation relation an nei the nanin he season wise nan kala season masa khanin countries pathum India kan tel te India chan impurity le Raven hawin an represent a tun trum chu country pariat lai an ron tera chuwan chuanin hei hi apoi mo hemi match hi not hemi match hemi international tournament hi kan tan apoi mo topa abikin India tanin next G how is it related an ti chuanin in relate na chan chu min ron uh, next G nen collaborative program ani bangin next G in kanron restream ani cái số thiam cái in
Ito
ti
eh
mo
dik chap.
mình lâu đêm lâu ula lekin na lâu en tur ho po khai mình lâu đêm lâu ula thiam ang ang in karon phun ven nop nop pa kan nula te pan hi zot ve ang and drafting te sang lu don cha tu na less sa kurai le
Esther, esi.
I see and trong ve ru le the stage is yours
To na mi te hi i pakat zo ki India team si na mi.
tu na chan India team ni lo Bhutan le Philippines nia
Oh.
chuchun mina khan nimin ka day one ani to ka ma che bo ni Indian team pan hi an khel don wangin i nge re stream tha kan ti nge ta an thiam hmel to Frenzy and
Hmm.
984 hi 984 te ri lam dan dik po dik ne te lo po ka chang lo ma se kas thei tu ra ngai la ka
Dik so mo yan.
dik chau me yang nok nok ki na mo rose spartan ron ru tanga i en thai shin shem tro khatat khami lam pang atang kha ni
Oh, YouTube pa train ko lo. E da, friends, friends, how ti meng, oh,
ha
FN, friends, how ti amin. Abi ke,
oh
kayo
oh
gusto de, Selena, la, pika, son, pakatya din, ipadang. Ang hero ben ben hilang lo va.
oh an hnuai a lang
No,
kha
ayan mi po lo.
oh an hnuai mi
Roda,
phun
te lo, eh, te lang.
oh khu an bet ala update lo an ni mo tournament ai ngai lo khin ji jai ta shiat tro
Ai, hey, gaming hai hearing ka indoor thuk lo lu tu ka ti to ka bo. Ka
hmm
indoor lo na rei to lu tu ka ka bo to pa dia ka ti ka.
hmm a restream lo ai chuan restream me me pro kha a hu ta ni chumo
Hmm.
i khan next g document dek tu khan ni ta a thei ang mizo trong thiam bak lo mai la esile sakurai mi lo backup char charang tro
Hello, si de Sakurai. Hello.
anla zak zoom deuh hleka anla chongam chia lawam chuwan zanin thiam lo chung 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 hianin chong cha 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 lila an an
Ani
etuna
le mo.
laya
SLS sa hey nang ma hi shim shimin I eng loi om lo em be tho em lobia
ai lobby om lawe
à
stream beta
understood à à
hey hi mu nom tura nga yang an he mi te bi hi India ka kam hu cha an khel khat stream bi kha ka tia ma se I first day kan ti lo kha zo ani ti tek lo ila ka tia
ừ
An picture what habe
yeah
70s nam
Sebastian
pang pepe. Yes.
Sebastian la om alom why do I have to worry tro sap trong karon mang le china Lizao trong thiam le
Hello,
Sebastian
hello.
ke ain Lizao trong le thiam le
Hey, ani la ve. Ate kalau try ve tu mang. Te
mm
kana tum thawa.
mm
yes ai về shim shim tu
Hi tuna 7 seas trang hian an lak na chan chu I a lifestyle le ama shield pek ama don khamo ama phil khoina han at an ron buff thu ta khami kha aron let le ni chu meta chu bangin tunan an
meta
an
hero
makak bak lawa an ban ti lo chuan lak chi ni lawa ha thla a be kha ha thla ku tu kai shem exp len pe ya
mm
es mi ni lo chuan jo he dang ti vel te kan la ka ngai ni la chuan boy thla tu a alti han pop to vel e ka alti man to kha chuan a tha har lu tu ko mo
ừ
Farsa hi ben nge ye tur especially the hemi season pay chu a rap thak top early game apo a bul na ya kal thai lo khopin enemy asyamo ka tiam chi
mấy
skill
chuyện nào
khat
đúng
ni
không
skill ni a man khan shem i
ờ
i i nu nat at tlak top ze a bo thup dang hen om tai she ei va pe ngai na om lo level 2 ti vel ba kai thi to pang ka hi assassin te champui te mi pathum in om lo chan she farsa mani pe kha a chi lo le to
ai ha
obvious le CC an ban ta 7 c atang a trabe khop mai ma senga tinge CC an ban la pu hian a ne the tho sia avan mak be
line up hey country based on country ang hi chuanin hey band te hi
mhm
de meta te hin an kal phung kha ang lo ve ta an
mhm
ti dan hi mak hey ma season ma sa po hanin I enge hero ke heta India meta kan ki kha Philippines a hanyan lo meta ve lo a ka ti chu a meta tho ta a savai kha chuanin ma se an man khel bi ka khamo tournament na te ya ni chuan chuanin an khel dan hi an lai na te hi a dang dai ve theina chuan chuan kyang exposure hi a tha ga ti shim shima hei a country dang an
mhm
khel dan te pawh ti khani kan study thei ta ma chuanin ma se hei
mhm
I hero thar hi tinge an pen de a khoi
e
na thau te reng nen
an ben san chu I he tlemin a ol sam dawa a passive kai shem I a bounce kha an nei to lo huna han deflect kha khami kha a zo to huna chon va tha kha ol sam ta mo session pheve chuan tan hai bu sa tem nei to box ya khami kha va pick kha a chul to lo ni chu chan chu a pick off kha ol sam don ta mo a lot tin ni a hai bu sa backline an chakul to kai shem hey frenzy ve pheve hoi chuan in late game secure tur khan irithalan la box ya I zetian chuan eng ma ti thei don lo late game phei stun chu stun the ngai shem ma se joint khan tu mani kha ejector khan tu mani avom fu lo chuan an wipe out zel don sia chu bangin an ban do ngai zel
a boy tha ke shim shim badang hi badang le lapun om do na a har ve de badang hi a rom don ti na ni mo
oh la pon I
cần thiết
Fredrin
lắm
Rome te la pu jungle ten ti shin sin mak la tuk an meta ti dan te mo
Fredrin thì kalau ring đâu so ka
oh a
sẽ cả
jungle don
luôn
phei
a jang
ama ka chu I uh ka molten molten essence an ne ka shem kha cursed helmet tur an later kha khami gan a jungle chak to ka pe assassin emblem nen kha thilan man ka shem season hunter kha khami emblem ne khan a jungle chak to ka to na pon julian an nerf nerf po khan he an nerf ma po khan ma na jungle chak zok ta i made ne pe ton mo a lot lo pon he irithel an ne ta I fury hammer malefic gun ta na le te kha shem khami kan a champuin sa dol to ka he chu nan ten an te ka soyang a jungle kha tu na aron let le to ni chu a ma khan a tra ma se situational he man zeu zeu thi chi khan ni lo he shem e du du hun man chi khan ni lo wa khami tu na chan ma se du du ka hun he man the ta I romer pe ton khi la nei in he minotaur ti te rafaela ti te nei ton a he a thal tu ka ni chu fedrina heal kham ma mo heal ma mo vak lo ma se hp le changa ma se he alas hit tur ve la kha low hp ti nga ya damage sang ber he a damage ron san na hun ber na han lo thiman je le shem khami prevent tur kan healer kan ma mo ni chu te healer an ni lo mak ve kelia te om ta
a hrin in analytics kha a thato pa MIZO color casting po shal cha ko malong low action
same le
low action zoi zero idak lai te kha ngai tha a cha ko blog
top lane chu ti ngai na om lo pa hi ve ve sustain an nature box yamo an in bai tum por pa ngai na om lo rei don tu tha kha ma se la pu chu chak zok mai the chan chu hey alti defense le a damage kan ti sang bel ta mo kha hat la tu ma senga tingi o moscow wan than le irithel
late
ve
game or irritated nên cho anh ấy ăn mình lâu đâu lên anh ấy can gì anh ấy đàn
o
anh khel đàn hi hay anh ăn lâu India nên anh ăn lâu lúc tục thì mặc cái gì à anh chắc lâu nhàng mà oh hey turtle and fight don Sebastian le super doza first blood nga đấy
first but ding atro ma senga ro third la han om ai Virginia đã lạc chu lạc mấy thầy cả ring thân chu mà se problem chu haya hian farm này ngã zo ka mo kha ogisha to kill ne first blood la don ala thei ta super doza chona la thei ti kan retreat chu all sam don ta Virgin chu om na tiklo kha irithel bula tak ka pakal le ji thi don mi chu kha kha ti ja kai shem healer an nei lo chuan ngày na om lo an chak lo don chiang to ka mi chu
an tal boy ven san ni hamo team 7 seas lampang he
internet pon ni mấy thế anh sẽ đàn hit lên mình hay rồi rồi xem net po khan ni mấy thì ta region đắng đắng thì bác na ngày nào ông lo farm mà chuan iritheli chak don le tuk chan chu first kill khan hey defense kha ati tlata mo khami kha
second skill
break
sin
break
low effect khat pe lenga
chuan
Moskov
damage
chon
kha
har ve ve
aron
wa
sang bok mo apa arrow nat ve se chok thei manang chu flicker bang lo dewa
Moskov lo che gan tum me ka Moskov RIP
thie purify han lak chu o flicker khan la semale at thazok dong kati chan chu jo he thian ama mark ti bak na alti man zo kha hak thei ta mo la pu nge badang nge xavier hi poimo zo kha vom kha vom fu chuan frenzy on anti thadon le to ti sual ngal
and vahan dominate Philippines lampang hi seven
ti an rotate na po na lang thi an ti chale to kha thi le don jungle healer an nei lo floor ti vel den nei lo ton chem fragile ti le vel lak te hi a chun lo lut tu a chak chu chakamo ma se hey tan thei tur cc tur pe tur
Kami
tam do khan
kamla
nei lo flicker what te over
cho đó là lệ phốt mất lên à irritated
ý hi là thật man thấu ở thì don mi
oh
ngày tuần không lâu anh rotate tu ruê Benji ho hi
and one cup may
red hitro Philippines okay
oh red Philippines
um
student deuh ve kan nia hei tournament hi enge student promote na nan tia ma se India big chu I kan potential hi fully in ala enge ala bloom lo wa hianin restriction kha enge 25 somni panga thleng kha an phalna kha an pita ma se midang hau chu kumsom pariat ai hiam de ove kan nia student ten nia a chen chu college student ten ni ta first sem how yang bel khan nia ma se a hei tel ve shim shim ma po ha allo mom doza
Yep.
hi don oh tashi titte ove kam MIZO trong ni han ai ai vocabulary ti han thiam la now fuck tur nya mo ma che MIZO tu to khan in vocabulary kan lo box kan lo shi box si lo a se nakina caster tak tak haun non kal chuanin ka ngoi lem ha ka
Tak
nga
zo
oh tu na chuanin
lal lal ri da cái thằng man bu na ma
tu na chuanin ti hian min lo lo twar ve sha sha
le
em
ko
tak tay
tak
bùng
ta
tàu
lu
tu là cái tàu đó ở rồi nãy về tao sẽ ngày nào ông lâu Zoe na stan ở lót này đang ngày hạ thạc thì ngày nào ông lâu stan ở đây box ya mo ông bật nhị về khan
oh 7C ho hi an khongai thak om zok an pick up an pick to an chang zok an pick up lama chuanin ma se hey strawberry po hi tu na hianin a feed anh lo charger a feed charger free win na ni top
chẳng lẽ có
friends na kan
ngày tuần hôm lâu Fredrin tu pick chalet tục tại hiện thân tu Irithel kha counter thế mà mà sẽ network issues po khan thế kha kha debe just saga sin think la ni le zui va be ui was aber Aaron dal ve
iritel
fuleta
iritel unlock chuanin 11 te unlock kha ka ring do le ka
oh brody nghe one te khatra chang
ừ
brody nghe one te kan an he at tlana changhan ti he at tlan bo changhan ti top the ta mo brody te one te slow down te kha nei kha tha i ngai ton ngày nào ông lo hạ thắc cái mình chưa
ma se Moscow kan pick ma sa zo kan
takena almost ko khan pick mas so
an pick masa hey irithel hon chuan irithel ka pick masak tur khan yamo
ma pick dik se
kimi te irithel va bei tur te hian ma se
kimi tha oh kimi tha
ma
okay
se
lai
i
de ha la de
par ma tan chak irithel chak ka jan kimi man kha chi lau ta pui ti champui nei lau chuan irithel cho late game ai ma ti thelar hi
zafir ti hi amizo to The Philippine team atang hianin friends tangi him Selena he's the Firenze. Kamu
still tablo tuklot ka Philippines sawin lot an la under pen an da don 318 na di kills
chance tu Fredrin hian aton chat chon i patiu ve timing do chat an kemin han tlai do se an la tur khania imo Fredrin hian aton dik chon la puena ti thathaya ma se problem chu tiang heroes kan hian dash an nei tam tuk mo haya oma Selena dash tu te mage kha
china
safe
china ka soi tum de red team hi an mobility thadu tuka package ai vaman ha an hardo ni chuwa retail chengin an mobility thadu tuka
no pangchia in an che call the sal tuk tin
It's a one-sided only at till top game he and said na lo shim he first
thelo kha badang an mark le hai busa counter bear tur khania
super
anti chalet tuk
oh tashi mark leto
Of the shadow kill from Super Doza there, but shadow kill cooldown is pretty low, so you can kind of like spam it most of the time to kind of bait out ultimates. That is how you usually play Hayabusa, right? Especially if you're
shimshim
looking
ba
to
ka
get the
interfacing ti
most
charo
kills.
tro
It's best that you go in
yeah
with
antiam
so
ko
che
ale tale do
like stop
i
the
talo
flow
man
of
tiat
damage.
tiat
len he at na bondon
Right
do
now,
to
it's gonna be 319 on the leaderboard.
amak ka ti to bede hai busa ka mang ve hian shem mark ka pe ma se mark li ka pe pon minion sa te kal li shem bak ka ti akal bo ni zel hero tang ka manin mak the ti an ti the zo that tre pa chona bo de mark zo khan
Maybe not. Somebody's in trouble there. Seems like
oh
Bruno also in
oh
trouble
oh
once
look at
again.
that
It's gonna be the shout of the Leo to get the kill.
Fredrin and kila amos ko vathivele
For now, the
an
Hayabusa
en
team
mấy
back on
thế 12
zero.
minutes so là
And
nè
now it's just gonna be the
nè
fight out for the
an
Lord.
risk out
But
do lo
having to kill two members
hey
of
he Bhutan
chen
second
kuru
team
he
nya
ka
Yimin Khan in Bhutan first team how han khel to ta Oin zan hi second team how ten ni ta Philippines ha po hi second night nya India voi nan khel ve do na chu chu kan chang hlel
Right,
khopa
the Jexter is coming up as well, but it seems like Secret
an
is
hak
gonna
lel
get that double
kan
over
ha
there in
khlel
the mid lane. Inhibitor exposed. Nice set. Super minion incoming as well, and the Lord will be
lo
forced
chang
to
à
drop down.
chang lel la ni chu
Marked on this time. It's still not over.
lo
ding le
chang
lo kha la puan mark le ta boy thak thi don lo che thi don lo critical damage nen mi chu
Nikina
an
Lord Simon
lot han chu na chi ni to lo blue team tan khan ma an wai pa ni lai
Ashim Shimina
pa
he
nal
country shan shana changin
kha
han in study chiam khachu harve do namo
There's gonna be
je
another
me la Bhutan ho
initiation
po
coming from the side of Philippines, and Tres buys the bomb.
am pahan pon
retail
Almost a secret breach, and it's
oh
gonna be a shutdown round
avanteu
again from
be
Bhutan.
pase
Xavier
hey
also in.
game over ni
Yes,
hen tro
front of Secret, they do have the Lord. It seems like more people here. They're just gonna be bursting down.
an en
chu
don
lak lot
an dam
Yes, but I'm pretty sure that Crystallock
an
is
base
first le
gonna
lak lot
pick
tro
up, and
mian
this is
ye
game number one
i
in the hands of
so
Philippines.
an chip here
Fredrin
best of
hi
thing pa
an
he
ente mai te
hey tikha nan chak lo hang nge
oh
oh
Swiss
knockout
Swiss stage turin selection khanita zanin dikhanin Swiss stage mi turin dikhan playoff ta tur schedule aron now tang tuna zanin first round mm. Philippines ang chang lam khắp mấy Philippines macro aggressive to pa i Bhutan hau chu an ra va tha a ma se an ai a slow lutuk hin kha an rat ti ni chu Philippines number one eng country nge in nang mani ka ni dana a eng lo ber
Kairite,
mm.
Indonesia. Myanmar po hiyan sa vaccine, pianasin.
Yeah. Hey, and goal difference okay hey at tam over po ni chang me alo sin ma se an rotation ka cha ni a bula chang ni
Tournament na hiyan vai kati soli poilo to ka. Tuda po kanin na tira tardaran set fulo ka. Akatop tlangin ang tuwat lang.
mm.
Ang hyperload. Sida ibok na yan. Kano? Ang jungle. So, yung kahi ching fel ka kahan ho po tang oh.
Ole kan ilaw lu le turanga yang India an khel don si ato na hian in chuan chuanin
Akhel don siya
Sebastian
mo.
oh hemizo an khelang dar dar nga anilo India hi an khel tur dar zat hi daruk le chan ve an khel chanang
Oh, pala.
mm. Mm.
Katheng man mo din. Hết rồi, thế sao ngay đâu đó.
Oh
Eh,
Sebastian
Sakura,
Rom
Sakura ile. Sakura ile, eh, si kalau trong về luôn. Chứ score tao ngồi ring tour khai điện đút rồi đi.
Can fight at Saratoga.
mm. Law trong de bor ru
Wi-Fi at sa dut ka dito.
ai wifi ti mo
Amok Wi-Fi mo to ka. Ing
mm.
mà ati thầy đâu anh chừng.
Mm. Sebastian lo mem talk to mani oh hey la macang han eng ma ka mu thai la ta e a chua ka ni hi rei lo te kan so la nga mo chan kan 6:30 India team hawan khele do na chumi chuta chan kan man kan ron le do nya
up there. And then, yeah. But anyways, guys, this is gonna be game number one. We're gonna have a game number two. Once and multi will still be back in the decks though, so don't go anywhere. And this is the True International Season 2, sponsored by NextG, and we'll see you in the second match.
Oh, Naga means Tamkul. Tamkul là gì anh nó Chica sede. Chica sede. Chica sedro. Chica sede. Cái trời nó chị nó MIZO. Ui, MIZO trông ca ca sa. Ui, cái chấm đầu vô cái computer. MIZO ca ca. Chấm đầu vô cái gì cái gì chân là. Alo ka la. Sami tiya na tiya. Sister tiya chân để con India. India खेल दो ना. Ừ. Fíjate que pica saque, que pian lawa, hace no den lola. Eso con cái chào ơi, cái đó sẽ den lola. Thay nó im.
versus Seven Seas, it went like a massacre. So maybe this time around it's gonna be India versus Malaysia. We got India, it's Lakshmi Chit Fund, and to the side of Malaysia we got MSU Esports. I'm pretty sure the boys are ready for the interview section as well. So anytime we can go. But before that, Mons is also back, looking a bit lost actually. He also had the time to change his attire. What is going on? If you're asking about Malaysian team, I'm pretty sure MCU Esports they are very well known in Malaysia as well. They do have Coach Raf at the same time. They are
Dali
like a
lele.
core
You're back.
like
Sile, Sakura, ang laom mem. Oh,
so it's kind of interesting. But of course, on the side of
antong
MSU
be to ang
Esports,
tuna dyan.
I hope
Indian
Coach
kel daw
Raf.
na engay.
I'm pretty sure
Ni
Coach Raf
Puem.
has tricks up our sleeve as well. It's gonna be Coach Raf versus Coach Linton.
Philippines ang kel to. Bhutan
But
ang
anyways,
kel to engay.
let's
India
get
ang
into the
kel daw na.
interview. You are in the interview, and first up, it's gonna be we're gonna. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be interviewing MSU Esports from Malaysia. How's it going, guys? How's it going, guys?
Malaysia ni Malaysia hawan.
Are you gonna take the mic and introduce yourselves?
Malaysia kasyat ang janin. Jojo aron lang
What's up, Jojo?
Jojo hi Malaysia jagina niya. Kasam kay ay kasam ay nasama chat niya so.
Oh, we wanna know what your preparation for this match against India. Have you guys been doing research homework or
Hey
studying
hi an
before
e-sport
matching
hay
up
mi
against
e-sport bi kay hi an lian top tin ka siya mo.
Yep. All right.
In kel nga ay in nga shim shim country dang.
True sportsmanship right there. Respect, respect. What about the other members? Do you guys have anything to say to your opponents before we head to LCF interview? I think Mika on the mic there. Anything you want to say, man? Nice. I like that
Oh, a
energy. I like that
spirit
energy.
chat.
Malaysia, right there. MSU Esports, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are, Stark. Man, it's been a long time. Haven't seen you there. And anyways, man, how is the preparation going on against Malaysia? Have you guys come up with any sort of draft? I won't.
Oh
I don't know if
yeah.
we can get a draft, but in terms of that, so overall, what do you guys want to say to Malaysia? All right, pretty good. Anything you want to say to the opponent team before we head into the drafting? All right. Confidence. Love that as well. So that's it. That is LCF, ladies and gentlemen. There's also MSU Esports.
Thì đó nó còn ồ
You
cái
guys
ô
can.
cái ồ cho nên ập lên cái đôi chuyền à.
There we go once. What do you think about that interview right there?
Các bạn nghe ô các bạn that's why. Cánh hẳn xuống xuống. Okay. Once he audible lawa masih until
Looking forward to this match because finally
cách channel link once oh hi ka shet thai me lo ma se eh
Asian
hello
wide,
mute ni
they're always gonna have their back. So once I'm gonna say, um,
ah
what are your expectations for Malaysian teams?
I mean, if you're asking my expectations for the Malaysian teams,
an
well,
bahan
I'm
bon
not sure
don
because
em
I've not witnessed this team, so they are a foreign team to me as well. But yeah, talking about Malaysia, Malaysia is like
Indian
a
khel do
country,
na
that's
hemi za chanin
very popular when it comes to Mobile Legends, and they're
bitang
very
angan lut to
popular
tu ra
when it
yang
comes to
caster
Mobile
pa
Legends,
ngai ho te
and
mo
they're a strong country. So for India to face off against them, I feel like they will put up a pretty tough challenge for India because India, right? We're talking about LCS, and they're currently not the best team. The best team would definitely be Tatris and ADM. ADM
apa mo le trap
still a
oh
little, yeah, with the thing which went on, but yeah, the yeah, okay, do not give me that look because after that you're gonna make me shit my pants. But yeah,
What?
whatsoever.
oh first
Yeah, because
he
yeah,
always talks oh
LCS
mizo
can
changin ka
still
start changin ka
put
ron
up a
chang da
heated
team
competition against the Malaysian team as well because yeah, they are a big team from India as well, and they have a big fan base. They have a lot of supporters. So yeah, good luck to both of these teams.
Yeah, nah, actually excited for LCF to play as well. We do have people, actually OG members, when, during those days in India when Mobile Legends was still banned, but right now it's MOBA Legend 5v5. Finally come back for India through Vista by Moonton. But during that time, there was Stark, there was Asuna as well, I'm pretty sure. And like we already interviewed, that was Stark on the pure flesh right there. Just in front of our eyes. So they were pretty good. I'm pretty sure Stark was the jungler, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna continue to be a jungler for LCF. Asuna, on the other hand, is gonna be on the mid lane. Pretty sure goes in very clutch against the best team in India, of course. That's gonna be Tartarus, arguably against Eden as well. You know, performed pretty well, I should say. So for now, though, MSU Esports, I'm hoping they did say we didn't do our research much because our team is actually not like a very big team, right? Like not a big team for there to do some research. But both teams, I hope they just don't underestimate each other. That's what I want to say. Once, what about you?
I mean,
next
I
G
hope
show
so as
oh
well because yeah, you should
game at
just
the stream
take it
ma
slow
se
at
next
first
G show
and just go with your sportsmanship and just put up a fair and square game. So yeah, talking about the teams, I feel like they're preparing to get into the draft, so we'll be into the draft anytime soon. What do you think though? Like,
Yeah.
are you like rooting for any specific team, or you're just gonna stay neutral?
mm,
Honestly, as Indian casters, of course, we got to be rooting for our nation as well. But despite from that, I will tell you about what India actually likes to play in this current meta, and especially I would say India. I mean, Xborg is back in the meta. When
Yeah.
Xborg was like the top pick for a jungler, India was always there to pick one. And I'm pretty sure that's going to continue because Stark TG is also pretty good onto the Xborg. I still remember those times when I watched his live stream. He was always spamming Xborg in the jungle there with his Bumblebee skin. That time was when Transformer was released and, a bunch of new Optimus Prime Bumblebee. So other than that, though, I feel like if export meta is back, they could, opt for that export jungler here if there is a utility pick to the side of Malaysia because true damage is a pure counter to utility, I should say. Not assassin though, but we've seen quite the opposite against last match because the Hayabusa has completely outshines Bhutan with that now by Philippines. So right now though, once what do you think our Indian boys are gonna cook up in the draft?
Well, I feel like talking about the Indian teams, I feel like they're gonna come up with a pretty standard draft because Indians they mostly like
yeah
to stick to
eh si
support, and
Yeah,
ron chung ang tu na
so they're probably gonna be looking out for those meta bans and meta picks. But if not, they might cook up their
eh
own
si ron chung ang tu na
draft
hianin
for the
at
draft to
Tun na kan casters so zong zong hi mi zawin ron let ro le.
not popular, not in the meta, but still somehow those players they manage to pull it off. So that kind of a draft, I'm a really big fan of those kind of drafts.
Of
Mm.
course, something to be fan of, right? But as of now, though, Lakshmi Chikfan, MSU, well, maybe for the past tournaments that we've seen in India, especially what is that, the Mythic Showdown,
Oh,
we have seen most of the teams using Roger as well. Indian teams also like
a
to,
stream ka ngai ka ron pa
meta
man
as well.
jo.
But what I actually love about the Indian teams, even though some of the forecasters they did say India is a bit behind on the meta, but I will only give credit to our players for adapting to certain metas like quickly. And when I say quick, is
Nakaugot na
as
ka ron.
quickly as adapting to your opponent's drafting in match. Because if you lose the first game, most most teams they like to stay until their current strategy works. But as for India, they like to switch up their drafting. If it doesn't work once, we're gonna change it straight away. That is all I can say to the side of India. But as of MSU, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be very flexible as well because they have a coach in the background. They have a set of roster of players as well. They do have managers as well. So this is a very bona fide team.
Oh, definitely with all the management, with all the coach out there in the back, it is gonna be a mind game because the coaches are just gonna scratch their mind and cook up something
Yeah.
with the draft itself. So that is what I'm pretty much looking forward to because yeah, these teams they have coaches, right? So the coaches are gonna be battling one another in this game, and man, I just love it when teams they have coaches and they're like receiving guidance and then they're cooking up a good draft pick. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. But anytime now, it seems like there's a ping test going on because we want to make sure there is fairness in every particular matches that have been played. We don't want any some sort of technical issues on the end. If both the teams are satisfied with their ping, they'll finally go for the clash. Gonna go for either a win or lose in the Swiss bracket stage. And like we said, guys, the Swiss bracket stage still in the True International Season 2. So teams we got like a lot of team actually. Yesterday we are finally done. I'm pretty sure with a bunch of teams. There's like 8 teams facing out, but this is the other rest of the 8 teams before they move to the upper bracket or the lower bracket. The one win bracket or the zero the one lose bracket. That's how the Swiss bracket is gonna go. But until then, if you get 3 losses, you're finally eliminated. You won't be able to make to the playoffs. You're gonna have that virtual airport kind of feel. But as of the winners, though, they're gonna be winning with 3 consecutive wins. They're gonna be moving to the playoffs and hopefully closely. The playoffs, on the other hand, it's gonna go from the quarters to the semis to the grand finals. And yes, the grand final, of course, are gonna be having that sweet prize pool sponsored by our dear sponsor, Next. So right now. Until then, though, waiting for the draft to happen still, and any moment the drafting will happen. But as of now, yesterday, though, or maybe we can talk about the previous match a little bit more, right? Once, like we said, the Fredrin didn't quite work out for the side of Seven Seas. There's so much gap open to the side of Seven Seas that the Philippines saw, and they take that advantage over Seven Seas.
I mean, yeah, I definitely agree with you because Philippines, right? They were just on absolute domination right off the bat. We see that they had picked the Hayabusa, they had picked the Iratel, as well as the Johet, and man, these are like really solid picks because the Johet is literally unstoppable once he has locked his ultimate. And the way he was going in, using the ejector, and then just giving sweet kills to the side of his teammate was absolute gold. And the fact that they also had an Arlot, which is recently buffed, and he's pretty solid. He even defeated the Lapu Lapu when it comes to the laning phase. And man, to face off against a Lapu, it's really hard. But then again, the Arlot guy just made it happen. And man, I was a really big fan of those final slash plus the flick combo, which was executed beautifully on the side of Philippines, and their team coordination, micro and macro overall was absolutely great. And as for Bhutan, I feel like there was a little bit of disadvantage. Their disadvantage is losing from the draft. And man, Bolty, look at that. Just as we're talking about the
Yep.
draft, we are right into the draft here. We have MSU on the blue side and LCF on the red side.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's actually LCF
Yep.
on the
LCF.
blue side. Yeah, and MSU on the red side.
Yep. MSU gonna be that red, and it's gonna be LCF as the blue. And both of the teams do have coaches. Coach Lentina versus Coach Raff, like we've said. Lakshmi Chit Fan already looking for the standard bands. Of course, it's gonna be the Fanny because the Fanny got the buff with the energy as well. At the same time, the Bakshia you can't open the Bakshia. It's like a pick or ban. Also, this time around, they are very cautious when it comes to Uranus because Uranus right now is like it's revamped and it's pretty. Don't give me that look once. It's pretty to a point that it can deal a lot of damage now. It's also a very good turret pusher. If you're gonna be sustaining and you can also hit the turret because your radiant stack, the more radiant stacks you have, the more damage is gonna get to your basic attacks. If you pair it up with a Thunder Belt, it actually hits like a small truck. But as on the side of MSU, you're having that Fedrin, Kimi, Yishin Shindo. Wow, that is actually a very interesting band for the first. Yishin Shin. Sutsuzen won't be happy about this one.
Oh, definitely. He will definitely not be. I feel like Yi Shin is, a hero which is really underlooked. And with the recent revamp, I feel like his ultimate is so much better. He has an AoE ultimate with an AoE stun, so that's pretty good for an assassin. And the fact that he still has his global vision exposure against the team, against the enemies. So it's pretty good for the side of his revamp. And the fact that the Yusin Shin is doing so good in the meta is just speaks volume. And yeah, with that we see that LCF they're already coming up with three sweet picks, which is gonna be the Farsa with the long range zoning with the Fed airstrike, and it is going to be the Granger as well with a lot of poking skills, as well as the Dead Sonata with the high range poke. And to top it off, they have a Phobius on their side, which is going to be a pretty good front line for the side of LCF as well, with the Infernal Pursuit for the Phobius to just go on and sustain and be the punching bag for the side of LCF. But then again, onto the side of MSU, we see a Zishan pick, which is pretty surprising. I feel like Zishan, she is a newly added mage. She's not that broken because if you talk about her skill sets, she's a pretty vulnerable mage because she does not have any kind of mobility like most mages, of course. But then again, she does not have a CC skill, which can stun enemies. When it comes to her kit, the only stun she has is her global ultimate, and you won't even hit that ultimate because it's so easy. You can just walk away from it, and that is like the old Yusin ult. But then again, MSU with their picks here, and I feel like Bolty is having a little bit of an issue there, so he's just gonna be out for a bit. But yeah, it's just gonna be me once here onto the screen, and we're gonna be yapping a bit until we get back into the drafting phase. So yeah, talking. Oh, there you go, Bolty. I thought you were gone.
Oh, there's a little bit of technical issue there. Trying to fix it up. Maybe the Wi-Fi just broke, but what just happened? Where did draft go?
Oh, it seems like we're just hanging away from the draft for a bit. LCF, though, on the other hand, they've picked the Farsa, they've picked the Granger, as well as the Phobius. On the other hand, MSU, they've picked Zishan. If I'm not wrong, I saw a
Yeah.
Kaja pick. So the picks from the side of MSU is looking pretty interesting, and this is what I'm looking forward to because Kaja, man, we don't really see our electric chicken guy, right? And I feel like this is gonna be really interesting because he has suppression, and that suppression can be a little troublesome for the Phobius when he dives in, with the Infernal Pursuit.
Yeah, that suppression to stop the Infernal Pursuit from pursuing your team to the demise. But Did I just hear a ZTN onto the other side of MSU esports?
Yeah, you definitely heard a Zishan. Yep.
All right. Okay. It seems like LCF they don't really see ZTN as a threat right now. Of course, he's a new hero, but as a new hero, I wouldn't say it's completely broken. It's more like very balanced because he's not a burst hero. Okay. Phoenix Strike, Phoenix Descent as well. Especially Phoenix Descent. It's more like a utility slow down the opponents. And if paired up with, it's only effective, I just say, if you paired up with an Ice Queen Wand. So a Z10 is basically like a utility, kind of a Zushin plus a Valir type of utility mage. It does have that, Fury of the Phoenix that is very useful. 0 0.5 seconds, along with like 40% movement speed boost to your teammates as well. So yes, other than that, the only burst mechanic that you can save to a Zetian is gonna be the third strike of that Phoenix strike, and it's not very consistent, I should say though.
Yeah. I mean, if you miss to hit the Phoenix Strike, you're not gonna get any kind of damage onto the enemy.
Yeah.
And talking about the Zishan, I really agree with you because as you said, she's like a utility. But in my opinion, I feel like she's more of a support mage that does
Mm.
not have the best CC, neither the best burst. But
Yep.
then again, she can be really annoying with her poke. And the fact that her passive it has a a knockback effect can effectively knock back assassins that can dive onto her. But then again, most of the assassins can still pretty get close to her because the cooldown of her passive is just way too long. And assassins they have skills, man. They have short cooldown skills. They can bait that passive out and then try again next time. So I feel like if LCF here they come up with an assassin pick, it's gonna be really good for them. To pick up the mage there.
Yeah, they are really looking like they're gonna be, focusing onto the goal lane ban now. They take out that Irritel because they don't want a straight up counter for the Granger. Of course, a Granger is very weak against an Irritel in terms of that. So right now though, here comes the ban. But I'm not seeing a Zetian this time. Maybe the Zetian was the problem. That's why we got a reset in the draft.
Oh yeah, I feel like that was the issue there
Yeah.
because I did seize the Shan there, but turns out it is a Matilda. And Bonti, look at that. It is a Matilda, a Kaja, and a Lapu Lapu. So is it gonna be a Matilda room or a Matilda mid? Because I'm not really sure with the Kaja pick.
Hmm.
But I feel like this Kaja could definitely be a room here.
Yeah, right. But honestly, I don't think a Kaja roam would be quite effective because Matilda, she has better mobility than a Kaja, right? She has the guiding winds, and the Matilda is played best when she's on the roam. I just say maybe the mid lane also she does have the damage with the Soul Bloom, but yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Maybe on the roam it could go, but maybe a Kaja could also go in the mid because when it comes to magic damage, I feel like the Kaja is more. Oh, never mind. You just closed me off there, MSU. Very interesting coming in from Malaysia here. The Kagura debuted actually here. Woo! What do you think? I know that the Kagura was buff, right? But pulling this out right here, maybe for the far side could be good because the range with the Yin, the same A umbrella, is crazy. Just when you think that you're not gonna get bursted down, the umbrella ultimate Yin Yang overturn just flies in, grabs you in, sucks you in, and then kaboom, you're gone out of the map. And in terms of that, maybe this is a very interesting draft to the side of Malaysia.
Wow, man, I'm totally down for this kind of a drafting. LCF
Yeah.
definitely
Hay
back to the meta.
India match masasok kan
And
niem hay
the team on the other side, they have
Oh,
the
dice.
Aurora, they have the Matilda, a Kaja,
Kalau loot lock
and
oh kan man
a
trap.
Lapu.
wait
I
here.
am loving this
Oh
draft.
boy.
Kah man trap
There's
kalau
no
kalau
chance of not even having
loot
a
lock
game
yan
here.
kalau
This
omang.
is already
Okay.
flatter dessert for me because man, I
So
love
itur
picks
so itur avani kanulate an type no man siya
as a lot of picks. We have into a
India
late game
idu
Man tu siya
draft
ah.
here, and this kind of a
oh
I'm really really loving it.
Ano what's sa talo?
Draft, the picks, the bands, just
Um
too mesmerizing to look at. And man, as you've
kas en na hi voice hi aron lut tele
Yep.
stream a khan
em mà cái lâu lâu
ka voice back in shalo ba
ờ
okay
Yeah, but especially when we're talking about Indian picks, favoritism picks here, it's
to
always
Johnny
going to be the
say
X-Borg.
India
And we're
coach
talking about
hi
Sirar Moon here, and
as yara uzuk
Sirar Moon
sumai
likes
peve
to
dila
play X-Borg in the tournament. He likes to make it a
rồi
comfort
tin ha
pick
rất
on his side because the X-Borg,
hmm
I mean,
thế là
it's
mà bộ
you
boy
can't
quên
actually
đâu
kind
hết
of go
cái
wrong
ngày
with an
vàng
X-Borg
in
pick because he can
in
do
để
the
lâu
damage.
na lâu
He has
sang
more
để lâu
lives
lấy
when
cái
you want to
mô
pick up that
hành chỉ thì
immortality.
bút chuột cái để lâu
So
hết
in
cho
terms of
nên
like safeness
concentrate
against an
lâu
MSU,
khá ổn tập à
LCF are also playing really safe. This is like a very standard pick, except for the Kali. Not sure about the Kali roam right there, but here we are in the
first
land
sa
of
tun
Dota.
run pick ta
Get
a match ma sa
ready.
kan Sebastian
Stay
kan first
set.
sa
India
miss
makes its
na di po hian
debut against
OP
Malaysia in
zia
the
ka run
new
soya kai
international
hi ka
season
khel khat to
2.
first sa
The
OP
game
ti
will
po ka lo
start
la shelo wa
as of the
ô tôi
initiation.
nợ
We are
han
seeing
in
an
season thara
off-screen
yani
gank
nan
on the mid side here.
ba mo
hmm em chen lo tran dei to lo ka lo en har ni hi
Malaysian ne nan ni do na he Malaysian team ni an an ho om an
hmm
chu esport academy ang tak tak khanin an kalta
hmm
invasion changhal
Quite a bold invasion coming in from LCF. They were able to take out that
po to
red
di set til ka
against
vat fel zo enga
MSU.
5
Malaysia
minutes
lost their
5 to
red
10
in this
minutes ven
battle here. And you know Sirarmo with
5
the
minutes
comfort
ven
pick
diam
of the X-Borg. It
ken
makes
ka lo
it
om lok
very
nga chon
safe for the X-Borg to kind of
lo tong bor bor ru off
invade. And yes, they were
trong
rewarded by
Borbert
that
hello
invasion.
ni
Nobody gets taken out in the process right there.
nila
But
how
as you have said, the Kaja pick, it's a
nila
tribute to
ko mi lo
Kyrie's,
trong Borbert to na ma se
Kyrie,
nila ko
yeah,
mi
Kyrie
trong
even used
claim
that
lombok
Kaja
sia
jungle here, so I'm pretty sure Malaysia are respecting that.
tunge intran le Indian ni ma ula tunge intran le Malaysia nge India
どんなったっけIndia it's on Malaysia so
Malaysia itran zok mo first turtle
Ooh.
ceremony na latlat may anron check man lawan yang heta ceremony na ron vet enge Vegeta in Shanghai I mean this lawan na no pang
Oh, it seems like Asuna gonna go with that feather airstrike. Here comes the pure pressurization from Anti. Anti gets caught in the divine judgment. He has to
avoid
be,
Avan
probably
u
punished for
ame
going
o
way too deep. And it's gonna be Baby on the other hand to take that kill. First blood to the hands of
amin to
Malaysia.
baby niya
Quite
was
an
a
aggressive play
baby
from
no
LCF, so
be
they kind of traded out.
lo ro chai chai ni lo mi swa thao ma pai lo kan tong an shit tham chang lo aron en po don an le don chang lo Rudy is he 39 up ai ngồi mama I still mama chun the day
Look at that. 1v1 top 10 anime battles on the top lane here. It seems like Forest also comes here. Then just when Anti saw Forest, he just decided to back off because he can get taken out because the Divine Judgment also is up there for the reason. But as of now, top side still, Vegeta is in trouble. Anti
oh
is looking
Vegeta
very healthy with
le
that. Here comes
anti
the
anin
fight of the EXP laners.
apahan
And
te
so far, still going to be
over
going there. Not much because we're seeing Rudeus on the other hand going
oh
for that. But
Vegeta
oh no! How did Vegeta win against Anti in the top lane? But there's more in the fight here, folks. But then again, I don't know who got that retribution, but I'm pretty sure
ui mẹ
Malaysia
na
secured that purple.
e LCFO ha atira ha ni man thil chadona mani tia ma se an an la full power cha lo nyang LCFO hi an te nik do lek nge mani
here comes that SOD as well. So not
Oh,
able to keep that
ceremony na
retribution.
lalet
India
la
get their
moy
first
lutuk
on
kaka
actually second
anti
retribution against
backside
Malaysia over
atagin
here from
ron
the Rising
kala.
Sandstorm by Rudeus.
Episode trong
Now
hiya
onto
day
that
lo
point of the
chi no
battlefield,
lom
looking to
le
shoot
ma
out
se
yet.
moy lutuk
Baby is
anti and
also going
ron
to be
back
one to
up
use
moy
that
lutuk
guiding wings to
start
get some people
start
out of
TZ
that
ara
zone.
kale
Here
don
comes that
anti
NT is
and
going to use that to get
ala
that
nge nge
headshot
ta
triggler of
Luis
course
one la don
Vegeta. And
Vegeta
also
atat
Vegeta
ke
into
mamat
the
cha
Rudeus gonna
over
go for
man
that,
moy lutuk
sand slap, and
Kyriori
they get
Khan.
it. And it's gonna
Ayan,
be a turning ball to the
a
favor of
back
the
off
side of
to
LCA
ngay
because
be.
they get
Ulit ang
two
masa
out
ko.
of that.
Kutta ko,
Or maybe it could be
Mika
triple.
boy, tita
Could
ulit
be
ko sa
oh, look at
TZ na rolan.
RTZ snipe across the map. That Sonata chance for MSU esports right there, but here comes
Kapiso trong
that
tiang
point of
zong
that
song na ron chwa ka ni
second
ka
play. I
tuna.
think
Tuna
Mark,
eh si
your
ron
voice
chang
is
be
not
yang
coming
le.
out on the stream. Maybe you use the video ninja instead. If you could use the Discord, that'd be nice.
Yeah, the instant replay was actually crazy. But this have capitalized a lot. They could capitalize a lot on that fight because they got very, good initiative. They do get started, do get
Yeah,
a
the
two
instant
kills as
replay was
well,
actually
but they have to put up
crazy.
their momentum.
But
They're
this
trying to
time
shut down
LCF
Vegeta and get the
capitalized a
Ramo gets the
lot.
kill.
They could
Here
capitalize a
comes
lot
Lord
on that
because
fight
An
somebody
because they got
an
very,
rotation ka hi
good
LCF
initiative. They
chu
do get
kan
started, do get
kan
a
kan
two
kan
kills as
en
well.
chang
But
wa
have to put up their
kan chi
momentum.
ve
They try
deu
to
le
shut
ka
down
ma se
Vegeta,
he
and
tu
yes,
nan
Ramo gets
chan
the
in
kill, and here comes more
Malaysia
because
ha po hi
somebody's gonna get snapped
e-sport
on
pa
top
ngai
side
ni
here.
bangin hui
Insane
moi don
strike
lutuk
that
ma se
Sagra trying to play a bit, but
escape
Baby is gonna be
moi
one to get
lutuk
out of
baby
harm's
ka
way.
baby
Here
lo
comes the
lo
SOD, but it misses for now. That is 1-1
Abin
trading for the
kanin
side of
NT
LCS.
alu
They're gonna
le
have to
don
go for more
ama
of a
sa
kill for
extend
now.
ma
That is
kini
a
sa tu
complete
backline na
full
baby
stop,
can
stop sign
I
because that
hear
tier 1 is looking healthy, but maybe not Rudeus.
oo
Somebody's looking for that top lane
Fransa
stacks here. Bart's in
tidon
trouble, gets taken out, but look
na
at
kam hulo mo
RTZ,
ni
the killing spree. Finally
alut
having
pok pok
those, and
no
look
da
at
ma se
Asuna with the bombardment, grabs the double kill for himself,
Indian team
and that is
advantage
how
sa em tu
LCF
na
capitalized
hanin
on everything,
double
and
kill ti
also a
kanin an
turtle on
secure
their
le atu
hands, I
na bo
believe.
turtle an secure tu da nga yang tu man ang contest don daw ase vajira kasab the English commentary ron chuak Trezel Chen avana e mani ram nge an khel hi chuan mo
I have to
ti
almost
iti le ms si
right
ti lo Malaysia channel o
Yeah, the fair airstrike for now. Asuna has to hold on those kills
Malaysia
for
kan
now
thon
because you
ang che
gotta save it for those
an
crucial
parcel
fights
nga
here
lang
in
che
Bart. MSU Esports not yet, but it seems like Vegeta
Raven
also
ang
are
kasya
looking for
ikal chak na
something that
chan
is a
kasya
tier
samsay
2
bula
farm
khani
on
ikal
Bart's
chak
side.
nge ni
Stark is one to
samsay
go
ka
for. That's a
i
lot
eng
of
lawan
shadow.
hi
Roll to
kirio
the
to
side
ti
of
hin
Lucky to
kasya
keep on right now.
ikama
Here
wi
comes this
bajira
kill
cut off
stolen
len
by
to
Vegeta as
start
well. The
easy
Taker, Land
start
Taker.
easy
Here
ka
comes the
mark
Raging
yang
Slash
tuk
to take
masa
out
at
Bart's
backside
TC.
khani
Serrano
ri
will
sa
try to
drop the
pop
kan
out that
han
last
pol be
insanity, but
pok
has to
pok
go
yang
back because
oh
there's not much they can do. LCF have to back. On the other
here
hand,
comes more.
MSU on the top side
Survival is
here.
alive
Bart's
het
gonna be
today.
an
having that
map an
first
en low
tier
ni
1 on the bottom top side
MOLCF
here.
tho yan
SOD misses,
Miracle
SOD
Boy
misses
hian he
once
lama
again.
top
But
side
here
ayan
comes
road
more
booster cha
Serrano trouble, I should say. But it seems like,
In the
oh, never mind, never mind. Who's getting
wow,
caught in the Divine Judgment? That's gonna be Anti, and
but
Vegeta
that's
gets
with
the
this
kill. They lick it off that
got
silver
caught up
platter
in
as Malaysia is back in the game.
Malaysia an ron che chaker mai an na hian in an 8 8 to 8 ni le che to
they are getting most kills without any casualties from their
esi
side of
ka ko kas turania ma se at angoi char chara engting e o sita India la chan lo zuya I hey MSU Esport atana MSU aming MSU ani wangin I MSU ni wangin Malaysia an atran tlat tura kangai top mai ni Malaysia atran tlata oh anti lut moi lut
Oh, I
tuk
think MSU
baby
make
E
a little bit of
aron
a blunder
baby
here
E
because it
take a
looks like
tipto ha
Vegeta,
thar
Vegeta does not have
baby
too
ah
much RTZ
baby ah
left here to pierce it down. Double kill because Baby getting taken out by the Star. Baby,
Pika Boy on
that's
the
all
other
you got to
hand
say. But for
needs to
now, that's
back
got to be
off
another
because
death
this
for
Lord is
MSU
definitely a
because
free Lord to the
Serrano will
side of
be the one to
LCF.
capitalize on that death.
Will
And of
definitely get
course,
right
oh
back.
Mac Boy, and Mackie
uh
Boy on the other hand,
11
get back
11
off
7
because
at
this
damage on
Lord
na
is
cop
definitely
main
a free Lord to the side of LCF.
in low share zur ru English endu tan kini chu kha kini chu mizo in kan lo ka se me ta English I professional in the endu chuanin description a khan ning ko ma nei ton ne o chuanin minute so mani to do na an kari nine an charang ka ti to pa LCF hawi Malaysia how an dominate to kang ai zone na chan zo esport pa nga yan nya esport team pa nga yan nya an ti cha chu ka lo ring yaw sin ma se
For
whatever
now,
the case is
but
really is yan
and
up
here
Oh,
because
there
you
is.
see
He's gonna
like
be
vision
that
surviving.
extend
insanity
There he
ma
is.
ma
But
ne
for now, he's gonna be surviving.
on the
But we're
frame
gonna
ka
see how
far
the
sa
side
SOD
noted.
will
advantage
play
ne chu
up from
amoi ja
here
ka damage
because it
kan
seems
na
like
lu tu
last
atira tang
insanity,
tun season
insanity
play
bursted out, but
chuanin
nobody gets caught in the
abon
fray. But bot
tok
side though, that's gonna be a
me
little bit of a
Nada.
diversion because this
tiani
Stork
malian
is looking for the
kan
divide and
nula de
conquer
panihi
style.
an phun
But it seems
silaw
like Stark
malian an phun char
looking
char
at the
na mo
situation to kind of be poking them down with that Sonata. If you're looking at the stacks of that Sonata though, how much more
LCF
damage
and
can Stark?
pressure sang to lu tuk to Asuna on the backside Sartizi one baby
Oh,
baby yeah
oh. Baby in
baby
trouble. That is
yeah
a flicker play. And also Stark TZ to turns down. And that is how the Death Sonata connects. Stark on the goal lane. Actually looking
en kin
hampered now.
goni
613. In
interview
terms of
akanin
itemization, I wonder
Jay
how he is
Hindustan te
looking.
ron ti to che an ron ti to ran ya mo I commentator pui te ka Envision tingi an chan be ya ani chu mo
Oh, bot
Malaysia
inhibitor
an
down
chan
for MSU Esports now. Anti once again in
separate
front
to
there.
the
And
sub
damage is
Overconfident.
taken
round
out by Stark on the other hand. Still
chắc
takes
chắc chắc
Vegeta
chắn
out. Gonna be more
chan
witness
te
or
ma hi mi lo
Rhapsody.
chan
And
mai
it's
ro
gonna
o
wrap it all up here. It's gonna be Stark TZ there.
te
Just
ma mi lo
getting
chan
a little
mai
bit
ro
too overconfident, but he knows that he got the item. He is in the lead to kind of poke them down. 7 kills
Going
for
for
the
the third,
Stark.
going for the
And
ball
also,
third.
it's gonna be 13-8 on the
Have
leaderboards.
skills here and here. They're not their momentum. They're not their sanity. Their they're just has got muscle. The fact that they're
awan moi ton ta an hemi game an chapuan India India pon potential an nei ti kha aron lang chho to do ni so asan chu ram sang te nan ron ena I India achen chuan comment section a pokan ken so ya opinion de kha an nei asan chan nei kha an nei no la ma se team tha dianin
like another SOD missed again.
oh
Kind of sad because the thing
eh
guys, this
asuna an mar chiang le tuk
Yeah, MSU, they need to look for pickoff
SOD
they
because they are
decided
flight
specializing in that pickoff.
good
Another
to
SOD missed
have
again.
much, but it
It's
seems
kind
like
of
they do
sad
want to
because
contest
Stark Teasy
because
moving at the
maybe this
takeout.
will make
Baby
sure that
once
they're saving
again
grace, but
unstoppable for
I
the
think,
Stark.
like I've
But
said,
that is no
I think
roamer,
they're not
I
looking
should
for it
say, on the
anymore.
side of
That's why
MSU, so they
as the
cannot contest
retribution
this no
4v5
more.
make it
They don't have much, but it seems like they
Armor and
still want to
LCF
contest because
secures it.
maybe this Lord is only
Now,
their saving grace.
very
But
told that MSU can do
like I've
is
said,
to pick off
they're
somebody
not looking
before
for
this
it
Lord.
anymore. That's why that retribution will be taken to the hands of Serrar Moon and LCF secures it. But
Like
for
that,
now,
what
only
we
miracle that MSU can do is to pick
just
off
make the
somebody
difference.
before
That's
this
right.
Lord.
hey inge hey hi to international ania to international so country shan shan an ron kal khoma Indian qualifier kam hani loka khanin kanzoa
Oh, Stark, don't do it. Don't
I
fall into it. I feel like Stark
student
is gonna get fall
exhibition
into this one, but
student
maybe
tandi
Stark will force out the flicker
I
as well. Dodges with SOD
Taken
aspiring
out
now,
by
but
leader
then
Vegeta.
Vegeta
khanin
is in the pursuit.
platforms
Takes out
mani
Stark
acha ta
TZ.
join
Enough
next
breathing time, but they can't forget the
one of
Lord
the
that's launching on the
sponsor
bot
le
side as well. But it seems like they're still gonna be capitalizing this
Like I
fight,
collaborate
said,
and
if you
it's gonna
pick
be
collaboration
anti getting taken
evanin
out by
from
Vegeta. Double
Restream
kill
kaya
for
le
Vegeta indeed. But
next
don't
year team
forget,
po
because
until
this Lord is
vanin
looking healthy, but
yan
not
Restream
for long.
is
kanalo
And once again,
brutality,
like we have
you'll have
said,
to
if
do
you
lives
pick
on
off
the
somebody,
opposite
pinanganin
they're
side
ram
of
gonna
the
come
pariat
back. And yes, they're gonna go for
Laos
more. Vegeta uses the
Cambodia
raging flashes.
Myanmar
Gonna go
Bhutan
for Serrar
Malaysia
Moon. Serrar Moon is gonna lose his. immortality, but still have two
Philippines,
lives on the other
Indonesia,
process though.
India,
But Mika Boy, on the other hand,
until
control his spares towards
Ay,
LCF.
and
But
throw
Saran
doon
will still
me.
live for some reason, or maybe Mika Boy is on
We
the
were
other
just
hand,
talking about
taking a
how
kill on
MSU
Rudeus.
Chance
SOD
cricket
missed
to
once again. If that
Astinger
hit, it
and
could have
said
been over for Seramo, but another
hmm.
breathing time being used to the side of MSU.
launch
Man, we
and
were
was
just
starting
talking about
to get
how
out of
MSU
where
is just gonna,
six going also, but
look for
no,
somebody
they
there and
just
pick
kept
them off. But
picking
yeah,
member
that's exactly what happened. They got to pick up the member from the side of LCF.
and
They got their hands on starting
Ui,
power, and that's
an
where,
thô lâu sa se
things
India
really
kan chan
worked
te
out well
rang
for
nen.
LCF. They just kept losing member after member, and man, this final part where the SOD misses,
Damage for
you know, a bit of a sad
Sartizi
moment
po
there because
yan
you
in
know
damage
he
you
could have
deal na sa to pa
hit that could
late
have
game and
really
chan to
taken
ay
Saramon, but yeah, Mark Boy there really
un
put his foot
unmarked
on the scale
unmarked
because so
nge
far I
don
did not
backline
see
kan
any SOD hitting any members
like
of
to do a
LCF.
ay
topside
be
here.
na
So I
tahan
was most
tahan.
Yep.
probably for the
The
last
SOD's
standing yet
hit
because he does not
could have
have
been
those
so much good
personalities
for
to back it up.
MSU,
But
but
here
I'm
comes
gonna
the
give
SOD
Mika
hits
Boy
against
here needs
Asuna
to
though.
be a bit
But
more
Mika
accurate on
Boy
that
is
one.
aware
But it seems like
that there
2 to
is
2 on
no
top side
teammates
here. Saramu
close
knows
by
where they
him,
are.
so he has to
Is
back
not
out.
really
Even
going for the
forces
last
out
insanity yet
Asuna
because he does not have
entered
those
airstrike. So
immortality to
that's
back it
another
up. But here
kind of
comes the
issue.
SOD hitting against Asuna though. But Mika
Well,
Boy is
the way you
aware
predict
that there is no
like
teammates
when
to
he hits
fortify
something,
him,
Oh,
so he has to back
and
out.
split
Even
push
forces out
animo
Asuna's
heta
entered airstrike. So
Lord
that
and
is a
half
W to the side
payin
of MSU.
and
Wow,
lelam le
that was a
laman
beautiful
pusha
escape. The way he
and
predicted the SOD
like
and
Malaysia lam
only
pang
hit
hi
someone
kema ngi
to
da na chwani
prohibit him from
an map
dying there
sense hi
because there were
achet
already
ya
four
nga
people
siya
ganking
an
Mark Boy,
vision
and
an
the
take dan
SOD just makes a
uh
great way of escape for Mark Boy there,
it's quite
and
impressive.
baited out the
connects
airstrike
with that
from Asuna, so which is
side because
that's
AC
Vegeta
something
is
that
to
Mark
la
right
Boy
sakte
there.
is
la
running in
tumven
about 3 seconds. They
mo
they are contesting there, and just look at the
Could
timing
come
on
in
that
and
kas
push.
dumyan lo
Once
mase
again there,
la
Reggie
sakte kai lo
Sandstorm
tum
connects with that Fed right
on
backside
another
because
move that is
Vegeta
happening.
is kind of aware. But another
okay
SOD
po
hit.
mizawing
Saramu might
avoid
not
kate
miss. It
kas
actually hits
kanya
Asuna. If only Mika could come in and
mizawing kakas
pin him
kaya
straight
wa
away, that
chuan
could have been
sam
a
na
kill.
siya
But for
tamdon
now,
niya
Let's Michit Fun are not gonna lose their mid lane.
tuna lord
This
ko
might be a
an
Lord
nei
dance
do na
for Saram is
mase
actually
an
unless
tuna
unless
tak
he
an
has to pick out
advantage
somebody
ani
once again.
Mika
It's gonna be
boy
really
he
hard for
apas to patuna
MSU
yan
because they are not well fortified in terms of tanking anything.
gold
It
ay
seems that
that
they
anything
Michit Fun
sila
has
mo
this initiation over here.
Ooh,
nya
looks like they
esterika
need to look out for
esika
Max
zaiche
Boy.
esi
Man,
zairo
Max
anon
Boy
ti
Paris,
ni
he
chu
has the divine judgment, and that's
ron metal
really
role
Hello,
a big
put me.
exploit. So yeah, they have to look out
oh
for
Mika
that
boy
Max
he
Boy. You know, if
ai la damage sang to don yawi damage kan man
Oh,
siang
Mika Boy on the other
and
hand has to
ti
force it now, but he
an
still wants
lan
to
sa
look
siang
for
ase
Asuna.
Vegeta at the
Asuna has to use
backside
that
asuna
Winter
at
Sound to
take
save
down
himself, but here
leto
comes Vegeta on the other hand, trying to secure the kill on Asuna. Here
Mizone
comes that last
hybrid
negative
kasi na
shake
si Dome
Asuna out of the land
Mizone
of
sa
Dawn, and
tong
that
na
is
sa
gonna be more
wichan na
happening
to
because Vegeta on the other hand, double kill. Stark TZ will be the one to stop
Yeah,
Vegeta's
being clear
rampage
from
for
the
now.
side
Maybe
of
he is the
MSU
Kakarot
missing,
of
which
this
is the
series,
marksman. So
stopping
without marksman,
Vegeta
it's going to
from
be really
analyzing
something
too much in this match.
and
just oh
three
my God, it is a 2-for-2 trade from the side
avahan
of Vegeta.
nom
Yeah,
tak
the main player from the side
3v3
go
an
ahead
of
don to na
MSU is
say
yanin
missing, which is the
tunge
marksman.
advantage
And that
seram mo
marksman
nahi
is going to be really
i
tough to defend against because you need a lot of
tunge jungle
oh my
hari na
God, just
chatak
look at
ta
the
na
triple
sila po
eagle
hari
there.
steel character ba se
Trapping MSU are looking for
Oh,
that
export
Eagle
oi
play
oi
here,
wait
but
for the
Shiramo on the other hand lose
Moscow.
that
oi
Firaga
musko
armor.
paron aron
This
kal
is gonna be
musko
a retreat battle
ay
between
ka
two
boy
of the
jan
giants right here. Here comes Mika Boy family with that spear. Stark
the
TZ
Oh,
goes
final
down the drain, and
oi
Saramu
option
is
Moscow
gonna
itself.
pop that
Captain.
immortality. This is gonna be
Will
a
only
loss for
fall
India. I'm
to the
pretty sure
side of
here.
oi
MSU.
Saramu almost gets
Be
taken
bad
out,
for
but not
India.
quite. Here
Asuna
comes
still
that
looking for
oi
Sultan
that
King
kill,
india
to
but
ka
put
chan
in
Right.
the
to
final
that's
nail to the
and
coffin
can
as
they do
well.
it?
But
Or
also,
are they
don't
gonna
forget
back
as
it
three
up?
members already
The
fall
way
to
being
the
given
side of
the right
MSU.
decisions
This
great
is
for
looking
uirat
bad
now.
for India. Asuna
tutunahan
still looking for that steal with a fair airstrike. Rudeas
Even
also
the
taking
seven
his chances, but can they do it?
and yeah,
But or are they gonna back it off?
The way Baby is just,
Hmm.
providing the vision, the way he's zoning out
Osasuna, Team Osasuna won't win this deal. And yeah, it is another loss for the side of MSU. But then again, the
ôi
pressure that is being created on
à
MSU
har
players,
club
you know,
mà se
super
chỉ
many
khan in à
searches
all
are
some
being
no
done into the
16
base.
16 avan
These
het
two
avan
members are
nek
always
em
gonna
avan
be defending the base,
an
and
a
that's
har
why
sa
we
ve
have
ngam
seen
tak LCF
Osasuna
ta no ui asuna
being
khat tinge eng
strategically
pang inge
clearing,
kan
you know.
an thin
Oh,
ring mo tang
what
bil
a
zon
goal from
asuna ha ni la
Monaco! Illegal straight Save it! Umbrella, what just happened there? Asuna gets absolutely deleted by that combo once.
Oi, ang
Oh
asuna
my God,
ka. Oi,
that was a
lutuk
rookie
entingnya
miscalculation
apa
of
kal
not winning up
hey
the
le.
push, especially when your map is entirely exposed, and that's what
Esi chu
kind
khoi
of
ni esi chu
ensured he got
a
finished
en thla
before
chung de le
going
ga
for the
he
push without
a
checking, and
commentary
that's
tu
what
lawa ma
made
se zai tu
MSU
man ya
take
on long
advantage
ha
of it. And it
in
seems
lo
like
chang
they're
ton
looking
ya.
for the mid tier here from the side of LCF, but no
Hey,
man is
game in
hesitating to just
Malaysia na
running
atan boka
to the
Malaysia
top
nan
mid
sak
with
chuanin
Mon, which is marching
ka
down top
solo
lane.
ang atia
It can be a green light for
nakina
the side of
unbreak na
Ay,
ka
MSU as
solo
well, but
don.
then again, they have to look out for the Moscow pick as the only key player here that can actually lock onto the crystal and end the game off.
We have
What have they
force
done for
and
LCF
then
as they're
ay,
looking
if
for that
this
final
he
push for
backline and
MSU?
khoi lao
Parcel's
chuan
are in trouble.
and
Better trying to come to complement
tuk
something, but
mas
Vegeta on the midst of it, he wants
da.
to slash it
ui
out. Oh, Winter counts to stop the Vegeta
Oh,
from getting
karon
that
lang.
oi
kill.
oi oi
Oh,
oi
that's
oi
gonna
oi
be
why
one
papi why
member
papi
down to
oi
the
oi
hands
moi lutuk
of
moi lutuk
MSU. They're
oi oi
looking for
moi
more.
eh
This could be a
once
defense for
satinga once
LCF, or
once
maybe not, as
once
Wands is appearing in the
once
middle. Oh,
once
that is crazy,
once
ladies and gentlemen. Just blocking
GG.
everything, and that
once
could be a
satin
big
lang
time
tut
for MSU. Mid lane
At
exposed, Ivy
oh
exposed. This is the victory. Star
Match
TZ
for
cannot do
discussion,
anything
ladies and
more,
oh
gentlemen.
and
Even England
Malaysia takes the crown
magically appeared in
against
the first
India. What an
magically appeared
intense
as well. Like,
match!
no,
Actually, the first intense match of
ngày
this
nào
session,
lâu
don't you
anh
think, once? Even you had it just magically appear in the middle of the screen.
I was like, I just magically appeared on the screen. I'm like, no, LCF cannot lose. Ah, but nah, that was their teammate couldn't help it. But yeah, that was my attempt, my tactic advice I needed to help
Wan
out
sa ka
LCF
ngày
in
nào
that
lâu
game.
mo ron aron lang tut o esi zai don ta
oh, looks. Oh, 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 looks so. Looks so.
The big game, when their key players started shining, which is definitely their Moscow, I'd say, because man, the moment he completed that Trinity belt with the full build items, he just started obliterating Team LCF because man, the way he was clearing them, and in the later phases of the game, he was actually hitting those SOD right on time as well. So that was a turning point for MSU Esports here, and Mon, look at the screen here. It is gonna be our guy Kirito with the MVP, the mid
Absolutely,
laner,
man.
the Kagura, the
What
assassin
intense
as
match
well.
with
And man,
Kirito
he
actually
just
taking that MVP for
beautifully
himself.
took out
It's going to be
Asuna on
Kirito
the
best
Asuna on that push,
because
and
there's
that
an
was
exclamation. It's
the
more like
beauty of this.
a shout, I should say, for
Absolutely,
military to say
man.
like "Hoorah" or something like
What
that.
an intense
So,
match with Kirito
but
actually
Hoorah
taking that
indeed because
MVP
that
for
combo
himself.
oh
coming in
Because
with
man
the
that was
Kirito
such
Kagura,
a
best.
close one
Because there's an exclamation. It's
Was
more
like
like
the later phase,
a
which was
shout,
very
I should say,
crucial
for
for
military
Last
to say
Mythic
like
Fun to not
"hoorah"
be
or something
losing
like
any
that.
members, but
So,
they did.
the,
Walking to the
Kura
push, they
indeed,
did a
because that
Kumar
combo
Kumar
coming in with
Kumar
that
Lakshya,
Kagura was
So
crazy,
for
deleting
now, though,
Asuna on
it's gonna
that
be
the
MSU
later
enjoying
phase,
their
which was very
victory, their
crucial
hands
for Lakshmi
looking
Chitfan to
at
not
these
be
kind of
losing any
numbers.
members,
So
but they
damage
did.
taken.
Walking to the
The
bush, they
lap
did a Kumar Kumar Kumar
damage
Bakshia,
is just
So
crazy.
for
But
now,
yeah,
though,
though, he
it's gonna
was
be
very
MSU enjoying
confident
their
using those
victory on their hands.
raging
Looking at these kind of
flashes.
numbers,
He
though,
just goes in the back
damage
line. If
taken.
they were not able to
Actually,
secure
the
the kill,
Lapu
he
taking
goes
almost
in, and yes, he
200k
is also the
damage is just
carry indeed.
crazy.
Also a
Vegeta, though,
sandbag was
he was very
man.
confident
That's
using
crazy,
those
don't you think, man?
raging slashes. He just goes in the back line. If they were not able to secure the kill, he goes in,
Saidon
and yes, he's also the carry indeed.
Saidon
Also a
esi
sandbag was the
aron red
man.
zone
That's
box
crazy, don't you think, Juan?
Wow, definitely, that was actually crazy. And if we take a look at LCF,
baby to
we can also
oh
see our rich guy,
kan
which is
starang eh
Star teasing with the Granger and the carry from the side of MSU. It is the Lapu himself. And yeah, it was
MSU
a
and
really intense
Sakatikan
match. I was
Stormy
on the edge of my seat, especially in the last
esi
second.
Daunti.
And the fact that LCF they fell off on their late game was a little painful to watch because man, the way they played the early game and the mid game, it was looking really promising that they would win. But then again, they just
Natsinkanin
kind of lost their tempo, and in the fight against
Yeah.
buying the Lord.
Um,
That is where,
share
things started
too.
going to downhill because they were so fixated on the Lord and their positioning in
Cherry po
God. So and that
sakurai
is
po
where the
aron
Muslims
trongang
fell back.
tuna.
Instead of looking to the Lord,
Esita kan
they
tito alawang
started
sakurai po
looking
alaw
they started
up
they started looking
esin
towards
alaw zay
they
nga the
started
soprano nga
just going
at
with the
nga
numbers instead of the Lord,
alaw
and
also ang
That's
sakurai.
made them win.
and
That was
that's
pretty
number two right
disrespectful
here.
play
But
from the side
congratulations for
of
MSU for moving
Esport
to
on
the
that
upper bracket.
last
But
season.
as of LCF though, don't worry,
Indeed,
still
indeed,
not the
once,
end because the
but
lower
that
bracket is still there for that sweet
climax, that
redemption.
adrenaline
You can
rush
come
is
back
gonna
from the
end
brackets,
for
you can
match
make
number
it to
two
the
right here.
playoffs. But
But
Sweeto
still
pass.
can't get
congratulations for
over the fact that
MSU
you just
Next
moving
lost
to the upper
matchy
bracket.
easily.
But as of
kanhan and
LCF
next
though, don't
one.
worry, it's still not the end because the lower bracket is
That's
still
them
there
now,
for
guys.
that sweet
Gonna
redemption.
be
You can
popping
come
it
back
out
from
for
the
there
brackets,
is
you
your
can make it
casters,
to the
both the
playoffs.
end ones.
But still
But for
can't get
now, it's
over
going
the
to be a
fact
new
that you
set of
just
caster in
appeared
this next match
magically in
against
the
Malaysia
middle of the
and
most
Indonesia. So
important
we try to
fight,
continue
boss.
and pretty short
That's
with
crazy.
FEA.
But as of now,
But with
guys,
that being
we're
said,
gonna
ladies and
be
gentlemen,
hopping it out for
stay
the
hydrated and
SEA
we'll catch you
casters
Next
our
in
next
match
moment
casters.
once.
Indo
But for now, it's gonna
Malaysian
be a new
tau.
set of casters in this
Malaysian the
next match
Indo one
against
kilo.
Malaysia and Indonesia. It's gonna be Trident Continue, I'm pretty sure, with FEA.
Masaya
But with
can
that being
break my
said, ladies and
yanin
gentlemen,
esi.
stay hydrated,
Aside
and
patang.
and our next casters will catch you in a bit.
Nah. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, in opinion, soy vero.
Anh chém im mình nhìn
How's it come on? Tunge takanin tunge iduber ang keldan ka tunge mo itiber asan so atira akajanin India kanan lit ereva enge
Moscow.
cho
Moscow
baby chiếc kha single khan petron
baby come on baby ikalo tigme china ke yan
Baby love you.
para 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 para
Kể
khăn
chú
ngồi
comment
chi
nằm
bị
bằng cái ngôi thầy xe tiếng nghe á.
cái chúng về Peking ô anh hết Peking ô
tuna yanin India dareng sawi le
724.
724 India match 8:30 an khele dona chu kan hak lo don nge tuna yanin kan ti top ton sha tur chuanin kenzi alo lu lo dan in zrin
chừng gì 5 minutes về
kan rest thei ti kan cho te babar bula
Bye.
i 12 minutes kan nga chuanin kan ron te chiang oh i ini how i no pa chin
Then sắc bọc á.
not that too much
Hey,
Wasa ron lang tuta. Uiyak at nila sa apa marami ka lang. Duma nang kita. Tuman ang mga bani ng ibang bansa. Kaka di Malaysia tinatan atlet idona. Atlet sa ilang asyade. Dengar ang om kita. Oh, sakla. Oh, ang tambay sa yan. Gandong Malaysia.
Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to True International. We are finally in. Thank you so much for guys, for being patient with us as well. We are finally in. This is the third match. It's gonna be pretty interesting because it's gonna be, Indonesia against Malaysia again. We've seen what Malaysia has put up with MSU Esports as well. This is gonna be your caster Sebastian along with the one and only Debbie. So Debbie, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling very excited because Malaysia, Indonesia, two of the most famous country with esports team, especially in MLBB scene. So we have a guest right now, and I'm very excited to try to go for interview with them. More than I'm excited about the game actually, because this is gonna be a first interaction we have with each other too, right? So I'm looking forward to
Exactly.
it.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Right now, we're going to go into one of the players from Fusion Esports as well. I think we gotta welcome it on, you know? Yo, how are you feeling, my brother?
Yo, hi. Wow, we're feeling great. We're feeling really excited.
That's awesome, man. I want to ask, what are you feeling about going against, Indonesia
Indonesia
here?
today. We have
We've
actually seen every competition now
we
in the
not
screen,
only
and we are very excited to play against Trident
again,
Continue, and we,
sorry.
we wish them
It's
the
alright,
best
it's
of
alright.
luck.
We're,
Take your
we're
time,
actually
brother.
we're actually very excited to play Indonesia today. We have actually seen every competition now in the screen, and we are very excited to play against Trident Continue, and we wish them the
We're
best of
actually a
luck.
team. We have
No,
played
definitely. That's
locally, but
awesome.
this is
So,
actually
one
one
more
of our
question I do
first
have to ask,
international competition, and
what were
we are
your
very
preparation?
excited
What
to
did you
play.
do? How did you train for, just to get into True International as well?
We're actually a school team. We have played locally, but this is actually one of our first international competitions, and we are very very excited to play.
Oh, congratulations,
Yeah,
for
I'm
making it
very,
all
very
the way.
excited
Many
because
do not get the
the
chance.
first time
Many do
playing in
not
the
get the chance.
international scene, it's gonna be,
Hmm,
So
karena
thank you
update
for
leta.
coming in, MIZO Esports. Welcome, everybody.
I can see the excitement
So excited
coming
to
out of
welcome
them. So
Devi as
AC
well.
anlaw
we'll
Welcome
see.
en
to the
ring
stage,
khóc
Devi.
mày mô.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited
We're
because
always gonna
the
be
first
watching
time playing
for,
the
but
international
In
yeah,
scene,
in
we
it
in
might
have
o
be
kha
a little
kan
bit of like
kan
pressure
shele
for
tan
them
ya
as
o
well.
AC
They might be a little bit
or
nervous, but I can
sakura
see
to
the
ge to zo
excitement
kaya.
coming out of them. So
and it
we'll
is
see what
well,
they're
ladies
going to
and
be bringing
gentlemen.
out to the
Thank you so
table
much for
because
coming in,
action packed is
Brian
what we are
from
always going to be
Indonesia.
watching
We can
for.
try to
But
continue.
yeah,
Ba
we
dio kha
have
kan
How
che
to
kai.
welcome their opponents for today as
uh,
well because
are you
Trident
doing?
from
It's good. It's
Indonesia.
good. It's
We
good.
got
It's good.
Brian in as well, ladies and gentlemen.
What
Thank you so much
you
for
know?
coming
What
in,
is your
Brian
plan
from
here for today?
Indonesia. We
Plan
got try to
against
continue.
Indonesia here.
How are you feeling?
My plan.
My feeling is good, is good.
Oh, rencana tim saya.
It's good. It's good. Okay, that's
Rencananya sih
perfect.
kita
Ya,
bakal main
No,
strike
what
mungkin ya.
what
Main
is your plan
oke
here
nya lah.
for today's
Sesuai
match
kita
against
latihan gitu.
Malaysia
Kita
here?
bakal usahain yang terbaik sih di turnamen ini. Membawa nama
my plan,
Indonesia juga. Ya gitu aja sih.
rencana tim saya.
Delay dio le kaman ni. Okay, kemarin.
That's wonderful. That's
That's
wonderful. And
wonderful.
Brian,
And
last question.
AC
Anything you
that's
want to
wonderful. And
i
Brian, last
audio kha
question.
ado
Anything you
hela
want
ma
to
lai
say
ka
before?
ganin i a echo ka she the mo.
Pesan-pesannya,
Kenzi dok
ya
kado.
Kenzi
Uh,
aron lu to ni mo.
pesan-pesannya buat
pesan-pesannya buat
pesan-pesannya ya ayo ya kasih yang terbaik aja lah buat kita
ayo
ya biar sama-sama
yang terbaik
apa
aja lah buat kita ya.
masih perlawanan
Sama-sama
juga.
apa?
Ya, itu aja sih,
Si
semangat aja ya.
pelawan juga.
Yes,
Itu aja
thank you,
sih,
thank you.
semangat aja ya.
Thank you
Yes,
so
thank
much
you, thank
for
you.
coming in.
Thank you so
Try
much
to
for
continue,
coming
ladies and
in.
gentlemen.
To
Well, the
try to
teams here are
continue,
very
ladies and
strong.
gentlemen.
Some of them
Well,
are
the
new
teams
as
here are
well.
very
This
strong. Some of
is
them are new as well.
something
This
that it
is
is going to be so important
something
as well. We got
that it is
India
going
on
to
the
be so
new as
important as well.
well
We got
in this
India
upcoming tournament.
new as well
And
in this upcoming
I would
tournament.
love to say
And
that there's
I
so
would
many
love to say
surprises
that
that
there's
have
so
come
many
up with through
surprises
international
that have
themselves.
come up
And
with
thank you
through
so much for
international
also once
themselves.
again for
And
bringing
thank
up
you so
a
much for once
wonderful,
again for bringing up
wonderful
such a
tournament here
wonderful,
with next G as
wonderful
well.
tournament here
So
with
I gotta
XG as
say,
well.
Devi,
So
what
I
are your
gotta
thoughts
say,
on this?
Debbie,
Because
what
the
are
both
your
teams
thoughts
here
on
look
this? Because
so
the both teams here
confident, and with I gotta say,
confident. And with I gotta say,
team
even
from Malaysia as well. They
team
look
from
so good.
Malaysia as
Fusion
well.
Esports.
They look so good.
They
Fusion
look like
Esports,
they've been
they're so
training and playing a lot
they
together as
look like
well.
they've been
That is
training and
one of
playing a
the
lot together as
one of
well.
the
That is
core
one of
core
one
things
of
you
the
need as a team as well.
core things you need as a team.
Yep. Actually right because
Yeah,
no matter
actually,
what
right,
the
because
way you play
no matter
if
what
your
the way
micro
you
is
play
good or your
if your
skills are all
micro is
set,
good or
it
your
also
skills are
comes
all
down
set,
to the
it
team
also
fights,
comes
right?
down
Most of the
to the
time,
team
the
fights, right?
synergy that you
Most of
can
the
bring
time,
on
the synergy that
along
you
with
can
your
bring on
teammates and
along with
always
your
the decision
teammates and
making as well. So
always the
most of the
decision
time,
making as well.
when
So
they stay put
most of
together
the
like a
time,
family, they
when they stay
do
put together like
usually
a family,
make
they do
the most
usually
of their
make
macro as
the
well. So I
most
think
of
it's
their
gonna be
macro as well.
worth
So
it
I think
to
it's
see
gonna be
teams who are always
worth
playing
it to
together
see teams who are
to
always playing
players,
together
I mean, playing
to
together
players,
to
I mean,
always
playing together
have a
to
better chance
always
in winning
have a
instead of
better
new
chance
teams,
in
just new
winning
players just
instead of
coming
new
together in
teams,
one
just
go.
new
And
players
yeah,
just
this
coming
is also
together in
have to
one
be the
go. And
reason why
yeah,
some
this is
people,
also have to
some
be
new
the
teams
reason
are
why some
actually
people,
struggling
some new
quite a
teams are
lot in
actually
just trying to
struggling
get to the
quite a
point where
lot
they are going
and
to
just
be
trying
on
to get
top.
to the point where
But
they
we'll
are
never
going to be
forget
on
that it
top.
comes down to
But we'll
training
never
and
forget
practicing
that it
as well.
comes
Micro
down to
skills
training,
depends on
practicing
your
as well.
own, but
Depends
synergy
on your
wise, you
own,
just have
you know,
to have that bond with your
have
friends,
to
with your
have that
fellow
bond with
playmates.
your
So
friends, with your
this is one
fellow
of
Exactly.
the
playmates. So
things to look to,
this
and
is
I
Tuge
one
think
of
ron
it
the
luta.
can be a great factor
be
to
a
try to win this
great
game as well.
factor to win
Exactly,
this game as
exactly.
well.
My thoughts exactly, Devi. And
Exactly, exactly. My thoughts
I just
exactly.
noticed that the
I
last
just
match
noticed
just
that
before this
the
here is
last match
LCF
just
versus
before this, it
Kenzi
was
yani
LCF
mo
versus
I see that Kaja made a
that
debut pick,
Saja made a
and
debut
right
Yeah.
now
pick.
even though he has only one
And
match,
right
he
now,
has
even though he has only
100%
one
win
match, he
rate
has
in the
100%
jungle.
What?
Mm.
What? I didn't expect that at all. I was hoping to see maybe a Fredrin or even possibly even an Olas there would have been really nice too, considering that Fasha was there, stationary mains once
Yeah.
again, to be
Contributes
able to run
Mando.
down. To the
Mm.
opponents. Considering that he's not buffed as well, so that's pretty good. A neat trick
Liza.
coming up by MSU Esports to do that. But I have to say that was
Liza
not
is
an easy win
also
LCF did.
proud of my guys, dude.
Yeah.
Proud of my boys.
Proud of my
They
guys.
did
Proud of my
so
boys.
well.
They
Like the
did
early game
so
and the
well.
mid game
Like the
were like
early game and
top
the
notch. Like
mid
they
game were like
controlled the map
top
so
notch.
well.
Like
But
they
then again,
controlled the map so well. But then again,
MSU did have a really
MSU
good,
did have a really
good amount of late game heroes. There's
good amount.
Moskov. There's even the Kagura as well. You can't mess around with Kagura in the mid lane.
Mm.
Even though you
Mid
have
lane,
like heroes
even
like
though
Yaparsha
you
as
have
well.
like heroes like
Her
the
burst
Parsha
in the
as
late
well.
game is a
Her
little
burst in the
bit
late game is
too
a little
much to deal with, and even if you have
어디가는지
like defense
하세요.
items, freeze and all, there's only
items,
little so
freeze and all this.
sorry,
Mute
there's only so much that you can do against her.
Low mute
With her immune
Nikina
that
low
she
you
has as
don't
well,
na.
and her burst coming
Ganun.
out, and two sets of ultimate that she has as well. That's nasty work. But then again, MCU made it work.
Yep, they made it work. I mean, you did mention that it wasn't
Thaya,
easy for for them to try to defeat LCM
ikhel pa
again,
duem
so we cannot
katung
count them
ade.
out or rule them out too. It was a one of the
Ikhel
most
ilo khel
dramatic games that
duem.
we have seen so far. I mean, of course, it was just 2 days. It's just the second day, fourth day, so
Ginseng
relatively
Ilo
is
khel
som
ilo
relatively
khel
we
hirare.
will be
don ni kan
getting into the
kapien.
next days. But man, oh man, it was such a fun match to see. So
Ilo
long
khel la.
as well, and at one
Exactly.
point
Eh,
LCM had all the leads, had all
oh
the
itu tu na.
ways to try to win the game, but in the end it's just too much. The damage coming through from
Oh kala
Cypher was
stream ah.
for them too much
Min
damage. A
stream.
little bit of a big of a mistakes that they
Lobby
made,
mang
but
lo ko
Exactly.
lobby mang lo.
they did capitalize on that so well, and I think they really, really deserve that win. And
Okay,
well,
lo lu
like
tang.
you mentioned,
Oh.
100% win rate, Kaza. The chicken work.
Yeah, the chicken works.
Esin
I've
chin
never,
hanin
we've mostly seen him in the
laga
AFK
sa
lane.
nga
Not
tiang
wrong.
asela
That
same
that's
lawa
fact.
tu wan
That's where he
sonin
belongs.
tuna
I've
atan
never seen.
atan
Okay, some
main
people may have
le
seen, YouTube videos,
jadi
shorts
si
and
se
stuff.
sugas
You're gonna
ka
be seeing them, Facebook,
na
TikTok,
chapatang
you name it. They're gonna he's gonna be there in the jungle. But to actually witness it right there
ABC
into
sa du boxi
Yeah.
International,
lawa
that is crazy. That's those moments, man. Oh my goodness me. This is why I love, True International. It gives us
Word karapangat.
moments where you think it's never
and
gonna happen, but they
na
do.
china ron lut ka mizawa
They make it
kas
It
work,
worked.
man. It's fine.
relo
Yeah.
peron kas ka hai sam seizo
That's
kahi
Oh,
sam seizo kahi
it
ami
kind of
pasa
gets
kahi
pricing too, right? What we cannot guess. Like, of course, we can be like, yeah, this hero is kind of in a meta. Yeah, this hero can actually work here, but we'll never know. The
Oh,
players
kaitsu.
are always
fusion
gonna be
fusion
surprising us.
sport
They're gonna be picking
tuna
up heroes
kan
that
kan
we'll
an
never be
itan hi
seeing.
an chak
And even
thei
yesterday,
yawa
we have
esi tu
seen
he
that.
itan le han
I was
han
also
le lobster
pessimistic already about the roser, right? Like the roser
yeah.
doesn't win you games anymore, so why bother trying to pick the rosers? Just go for a different heroes that
ting
can
ichan
literally be able to outfarm the roster. And then
Exactly.
we last game also
Ano?
they made it work. So these are
Kasyan.
and it's just a surprising factor. It's just not the hero.
Mm.
Maybe it's just the team decisions or the
Hmm.
players as well. So it's just so
Exactly.
shocking. Always there is always a surprise factor in this international tournament that we are
Exactly.
seeing. Yeah, man, and this is the second time we're gonna be seeing here again. And the last two games that we have seen, like we have already mentioned, it was such an action packed also, and I'm really
tuikan
excited
inlok
right now
ni
because
oh chat
two
ni
power packs, right? I mean, what power packs? Powerhouses of
kas
the
bon
MLB
hmela
Duels
sin
with
tero
MIZO. We have the Malaysia
tui
and
inlok
Indonesian, so two exciting. It's gonna be really exciting, and yeah, they are one of the most macro heavily dependent countries as well. So
Yeah.
I think we might see a lot of XP laners popped up again, and we have been putting shine on XP laners quite a lot, but they do deserve that. So I'm really excited to see what heroes that are going to be picking too, because yeah, there are so many heroes that are so popular right now, and the Lapu Lapu has been always been good. Even the Yu Zong also, it also highly dependent on what uh the players can do with it.
Yeah. Debbie, I just have to point this out. I find it weird, but like, I hope no one takes it the wrong way. But if you think about the previous match there, LCF versus MSU Esports,
Hmm.
Asuna got clapped by
Mm.
Kirito, if you know what I mean. I'm sorry, I have to say it out
Oh
there.
man.
It just, the names were like so. How would I say it? It just matched so well, and I think maybe they were meant to go against the MSU Esports there, but that was no joke. That was one hell of a match. That was probably the best clash overall in the true international that I've seen so far, most of them were like completely one-sided, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There were no comebacks. There were no
Yeah,
comebacks at all. It's just
there's
completely
no,
one-sided.
and I can see that the that LCF and MSU was bringing a different thing this time around, and
Yeah.
maybe just maybe the Malaysian teams and the Indian teams are gonna be having a little bit of a thought that maybe they just wanna compare what they can do to each other, like
Exactly.
in the game, of course,
last
competitively, of
match
course.
ka
So there
discussion
has to be this,
Exactly.
discussion
thought
thui
like,
lo thei lo
yeah,
a chan chu
this time
kan
around in
ram
the
nge
first game,
an
we
pela
they beat us, so
kan
maybe
ram nge
they'll
an
be
pel
like,
wang
I'm gonna
hanin
be bloodthirsty
chan
next,
kha
so
la ve de
I'm
wo
trying
Yeah.
to get away. And maybe even
chuan chuanin
Malaysia, maybe like, Indian and the Indian teams, they were almost beating us, so we are not gonna let that happen again. So maybe we'll be seeing so much of a competitiveness coming out from the players as well, not just the two particular
chen
teams
ka chuanin
we
a
are
lem le
seeing,
ma monin
but
tia
also the
hani
other teams
tournament
that
ni ma
haven't
se
played yet.
hi le ma le
Exactly,
lawa
exactly.
international
Oh man,
tournament
this
ya
it's
abi
the best
tan
part. It's
student
just
na
the
tan
start. It's just day two, and we're
student
already seeing so
e-sport
much,
aspiring tan
so much
he
capabilities of
tournament
what
hi
each team
siamani
are gonna
na
be,
asan
have
chu
brought up as well.
e-sport a hian
And
future on
there's a
ti
few more left that are gonna be up and playing as well. So that
oh
is, pretty awesome.
future
I love the talent here. There's so
shilo kha
much,
tam
and
takan
like
lo ma ma
just
se
little time
ram
that
dang a
they've
chuanin
proven themselves
e-sport
as
te
to
hi
why they're in this tournament
career
as
angin
well.
ang
It's the
kalpui to
reason why they were
tatian
chosen for it
e-sport
as well.
organization
That's
the
one of the
e-sport
main
academy
reasons
te
why
an din top top ta
we
vo
need
ac lo sha
tournaments
do
like this.
takin
True international,
Ờ.
living up to its mark once again.
Trident continuity po hi
And
school anya
the thing is,
ta poyanin
I'm also still
Indonesia
excited
ho
of
hi
what the players
apik
are going to be
takin
showing us because we haven't
anti
seen it
dan chu
all. It's just the starting
international exhibition ate
to
yan ang kala
day
chuan
two
hai lo
only.
chat
So this is definitely going to be a good one.
an
We are gonna be seeing much more
chaklo ho
than we
chu
are seeing
thushan
right
se
now. And
ma se
you know
an
what?
pela
I'm actually
point
manifesting a
le
little bit of
an
assassin
playoff el
in
kha chadial
2024,
chuan
right?
scholarship ten
I
tong
mean,
thin
of
ani
course,
chu
assassins are highly dependent on
chu
micro
chu
minutes, right? But the
ti
macros
ve kha
also is important. But
ti
maybe
ve
this
kha
time
ka tum
around,
don ta ni
Malaysia
mo
and Indonesia, I mean, might eventually try to
tuna
go
hanin
for the
sakurai
assassin
mi chuak
jungle
ta
and
kha
play for the aggression into the
voice ka
early
siya
game,
thiểu tia.
having the
eh
XP, the stronger XP laner. I really
Wi-Fi
want to
niya.
see a full on brawl into the early part of
Exactly.
this but maybe they might love brawl as much as India does, but we'll never know because they are very good. They actually have to be more decisive than what we are used to. So maybe, just maybe the assassin might pop.
Yeah, most definitely. I love that they're making the old school assassins come back to life again. The thing is, I think their nerf was a wee bit too much against them, to the
last
fact that
match hi ka
they're
stream
literally just
karing lawa
useless. Even if you try to
hi
pick them, even
last
if you're
match le
good at it,
wala
unless you
India
have a
kha
five-man team,
an
it's
khel
not gonna
tum
work out at all. But then again, they made it work, and the old
ka sha
OG heroes are back in the EXP lane. The assassins again. But I think maybe the Hayabusa nerf was pretty balanced out, I would say, because he tends to burst out other people
oh
pretty quickly.
wifi
I think
achhar
that's
to
a pretty
lawa
good
ni chu
nerf, I would say. But then again, I think I don't know why they did not work on Frasha's burst, because that's way too much for an early game.
Oh,
And you saw what Asuna did, right, in the top lane
yeah.
there against the not only against Lapu Lapu, but even against Matilda,
Mm-hmm.
who has freaking shield. That's way too messed up, if you think about it as well.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's something that we have to focus on as well. So, Matilda, I think she was hit with a nerve actually, but then it didn't really work out because we can see how much of a shield that she provides and the amount of time that he was able to get his teammates away from those chaos. It was the important members that he has saved time and time again, and I think it's definitely gonna be good.
Exactly, I agree. Oh my, I'm so excited to see Fusion Esports. So this is their first time playing, as he has mentioned. And it's Malaysia, Indonesia. They all have different strategies. to point out to as well. One is really into the
le
bankroll, I would say,
drafting
and then
phase
the
in
other one
Trando na
is
Fusion
way
Esport
too
lampang
into
hi
aggression
Fusion
sometimes,
Esport lampang hi
and
ke
they're focusing more on the
high
late game as
schooler
well.
ni ka siya.
So
Oh, high schooler baby ni. Oh, le
Mm,
lang.
that's
Mase
I think that's
M
one thing we have to watch out for.
FEA lampang hi org nin o
Definitely.
esport
But maybe, you know,
para nga yan.
I think we are gonna be heading into the draft. But can you see our draft though? I don't think we're really able to see the
Granger.
draft.
Sticker hi
But we have to wait. We're gonna be
Yeah, we
provided
do
first.
have to wait. I think
Wait.
though, you know,
Granger hi
and there we
tun
have it.
tun chum
I
su
think,
Okay,
antik na
there we
si
go.
Claire na
yeah.
mo.
Thank you, Falls, for that as well. For providing us the vision. Oh my goodness me, we're just
Mitch ni
talking about
Nami
Matilda,
Granger.
and gets picked
Match
off by
na
Trident Continue as
an na
well.
pick up
We got Kuro
ay
Sensei
first match
coaching
na
off
na pick
for
up
Fusion
mo kagan
Esports, and it's gonna be
kagan si
coached
Tiang
Orlando,
ko.
Matilda po'y last match ka naumin
with
pa siya.
Trident Continue as well. They
Oh,
already
Matilda.
have really strong picks in the early game. With banning out the Earthel as well, I think that's a pretty good idea. But then they did give away the most, the Granger, so that's gonna be, it could be an issue. It could be an issue because that is a Moskov. Late game is guaranteed, unless
Moscow.
if he's able to get that Spear of
Moscow po'y
Misery
last match
along
ka.
to that Granger, then it's gonna be an easy win for his side. But then again, there is Matilda, so the saves are gonna be pretty interesting from the side of Trident Continue.
Hindi
But then,
minsom
oh
to
my goodness, I'm
mareve.
seeing a Kimi there. Do I see Kimi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do see Kimi.
Yeah, Kimmy, man. In the mid lane. Under
Foreign.
the hands of Fusion
Inge
Esports, and
inge dan chim
definitely
chim
is a
hey
pretty good one. But
ama joining ML
I'm
it
actually
it
I
can
really
navigate
like
chim
a
chim
Kimmy
eh.
better into the mid lane than into the goal lane just because
Mm,
of the winning
2020
potential that she have into the mid side, whoever she goes against.
niya, 21 this.
And I think for
Duna
this
ila
is the
khel
second
thawen.
time that I've seen the Yi and Sin ban
Mm.
away.
Kill, how kill
So
over
maybe this
lang.
is
Yeah.
something that we can
Mm.
easily, use
Inge
against
India
Yi since
India
the
tournament chim chim
double gun
khel sa
in the first
yan.
side can be used as a little bit of a soft counter for the Kimi. I
Kill,
actually
Lizzie.
mentioned the soft counter just because of the clearance. I mean, the Farsa is
So,
definitely good in clearing, but the Kimi is also a bully in the mid lane as well. But the Farsa
Yeah.
does have more
eh,
time in comparison to the other
ano,
mazes. So Fusion Esports does a good job just trying to ban
best.
away the mid laner that can be a potential threat for them as well. But yeah, also we were talking about. I mean, I was actually talking about the assassins to be back, but then again, for this I've tried and continue. They did ban away the Angela and the Ling. So maybe Kuro Sensei have been cooking something that they know
Asan
and
tunay
to no one of these, right?
tournament shan shan
Yeah, 100%. I think maybe it's
tam to top
definitely
ta
majority of the reason
India
the
po
bans coming up here by
kandot
Fusion
ni
Esports. I have
chokan
to
nasi
say,
to to
because
pa mase
I
Mm.
mean, even though the
ramdam ang
OSS
yanin
ban
hay
is
India chu
pretty
kandap
good,
din
it's not considered
anda bel
worthy
bang yanin
unless you know
famous
someone in the
pebak lang
opponent
din
that's
sa chuan sa
really really
players
freaking
ta
good
in
with
har sa
the
beta pa
Eason Shin there.
yang ti hi
And oh,
initiative
once they're
te hi
banning out
kan na
both
ya mase
support
kan tak chuan
heroes,
hay
try to continue doing it so that
kan kan ti
there's
tak
going to
tak
be
thai
no
te
help
khan
on their
ni
side.
tin
But
lawa
Rafaela is still open now. That's an issue. But then
Ooh, yeah,
again,
yeah.
she's a wee bit too
Mm.
squishy,
asan chu hay
But
rak
and
shan
I've
shan
mentioned it
ya
before again. When you get a Fredrin, you need someone healing. Even a Minotaur would work at this point because he's gonna have the CC, he's gonna have the healing, which is it's not much, but it counts. You need that wee bit of healing because
Last match
when
hero
Fredrin is gonna
Patrol.
be using his skills, I think the last bonk
parsa
that
hi
he
Aliso
ano
gives
sila
with the
Paniki.
bonking,
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
it, it tends to be way too low for his HP, and it just gets
unbent
bursted out before
unbent
he's
har
able
ka
to
tingin
force it open as well. And I think they need to work on that, I would say, because sometimes it doesn't work,
Oh,
and it completely messes up the whole, I would say, the whole momentum for Fredrin as well, unless he's able to get those kills for his teammates. Now that's an issue.
and the Ruby pick coming through for Fusion Esports here. I think they really wanted the Ruby just to have the crowd control that is
Mm.
necessary.
Johet.
And I think most of the time you do not want to
hmm.
play the Ruby against a Phobia just because of the passive that she have with the blink. It's gonna be lowering the
Exactly.
cooldowns of all the skills for the Phobias here, so it's definitely not a 1v1 situation that'll
Mm.
pick for the side of Fusion Esports, but we'll never know what they can cook because the Joe hat is already picked away for the pickles. And you know what? I do like a Joe hat, but they need to
Ooh,
combine with an burst. But look at the landslide, there we go! The assassin coming into play into the hands of Trident continue here. And oh my goodness, now we do understand why the bands of the healers coming through here. The Esther's gone, the
ito
Angela
nga yan,
gone, the Lauren
hindi
gone,
kayo
they
kita
got
doon.
the Matilda for themselves as well. But then
Siguro
we
mizaw
have the dive coming in,
kagkukaser
and the
to hi
landslide is gonna be
ang
working
oitar
really, really
Chelsea
good
a
this time around. And you know, the landslide does well against I mean
betay boxi
comparison to other
nawa.
assassins against a tanky utility jungler like this
Seven
brethren.
five.
So
Yeah.
it's gonna be exciting to
Yoru
really see if
aron
they want
kami
to
yoru
go for
ye.
those
I
team fights as soon as
Sakura so
possible.
Sakura so.
Oh my gosh, I'm super excited to watch.
Eh, okay.
Lance. The dashings here is gonna be wonderful. Kimmy is gonna be
Seven
an easy
spot.
pick off for him as well, unless the flicker
Mm.
plays in a really really good position. Then they're gonna be able to do something about it. Fusion Esports, but yeah, man, the Trident they picked off so really really good heroes as well. Ruby to be countered out by Phobius, Moskov to be countered out by the Granger, and we got Lilia. I mean, sorry, Lu Yi to be, you know, against that Kimmy as well. Pretty strong, and the dispersion. The only issue is that the dispersion
Andron
probably
lang lit.
should be kind of safe, but I don't think so. But look at the clearing from Kimmy there. She's gonna be able to get into a really really
Medyo
safe
last
position
match han
as
ron
well.
lang tut kan.
Clear the lanes
Oh,
as
ron
well as
lang
quickly as
ron
possible.
lang
We have a Okay, there we have it. It's looking pretty strong though, because the goal lane is going to be the core plays that they have to work on. And if Fusion Esports or Trident here, they make a mistake and let one of the marksmen from any side here farm, is going to be the loss for one of the teams here, because these guys are the make or break players in the late game as well. Oh my goodness me,
Mm. That
Sharok.
was all together. Yeah, a put coming in, and I think
Oh
Lucky
my,
365 has the
oh
Tondo.
my goodness me, that was so close.
Close, close,
Okay,
close call
Lowy
right
looks like
there.
he's in trouble as well. Fredrin looks up. The flicker has been popped up as well. Not
Mm.
looking good here. No,
Nguni
Lancelot.
an
Dashes
bahan
in a
bonton
completely
tak
wrong way as well. But then again, he gets away from that. Okay, that was a
tuna.
very close call for
Mhm.
Trident Esports. That was a
Johe
big
ka.
mistake that they could have made.
Hmm.
Okay, and I
Wan
think
lang so joy sila chino.
I actually think this is definitely a good start for the side. FaZe and East was able to beat away everything, and then into the goal lane side as
Sherrod.
well, right? I think the Granger does really have a good time against the Moscow because of the
Mm-hmm.
range that he have, with the damage that he also
For
have
the
into the early
best
part of this
picture.
game. But then again, there was a pressure. He was actually the one getting freezed in the lane, so the star of this turtle is gonna be so important here. But
Oh
Phobius
no.
though.
Phobius trying to mark
Mm.
that Kimmy as much as possible. Well, it works well. What the heck?
Uncertainty.
Ruby was the
Oh.
one in trouble for trying to continue here, as Lancelot is taken away from the fight.
Mhm.
I did not expect that, but
Mas
Ruby did a
ron culture
Mm.
beautiful,
for.
Hmm.
beautiful. I'm offended right there, and hooks away the Lancelot from getting that turtle, and they
Kenzie
get
na
it.
kingi.
The first turtle goes to Fusion
Ito
Esports. Their first game as
nilito
well.
nila.
Nervousness is gonna rack their mindsets,
Alaman
their
lang
plays.
yan.
But then again, the sweaty hands are not gonna work enough to go against Trident Esports and lose possibly here. They're doing so well for the first time
Heta
in the,
attack
in the
is
Fusion
one in
Pro
a
as well.
dropping side lama is
Yeah,
one
that's
in.
definitely doing well, and this is what you have when you start with a
TC
utility
how you
jungler and
could
Molten Essence into the hands
done
of the
the ulit.
Brethren is gonna be a good and
Deodek and
potential
Dila Anton
winner into
late
the
game
clearance
and
onto
they
the
had
jungle in
balance out
comparison
of
to the Lancelot
Asi
team.
Lila
But the first
Makimi
turtle into the
le
hands of a
Ruby
utility
and
jungle like
Nile
the Brethren is something you
counter
do
to
not you
white
really
attack
wanna
hata
have. But
oh
the
damn
divers
boy
though
took
onto the bot lane, they are
uh
looking for something. But
Joran
then
took
looking
do
at the map
namase
control,
map
map
and
advantage or
bak do
map
man
sense coming out from the side of Lucky 365 is so impeccable. Look at him, he
Mm-hmm.
just something was there. He's smelling danger, maybe.
Oh no!
an
Oh,
Mage from trying to continue on
Aoy,
top way too early
Charlotte
there, I would
damage
say.
hanulito
Battle making sure that he's gonna
early
be able to
game
make
ako.
his teammates, get ready for the
Progress
gank here. Look at Exor tanking off that damage as well. Oh, you know the thing about Phobius is that Ruby, he's gonna enjoy so much against Ruby. You know the dashes there. His passive is gonna be unlocking way more frequently than
easy
usual. But then
vui chuyện
again,
sẽ
that
thấy
is a
lâu.
Ruby. There's no oh my goodness,
Sẽ
the
thấy
Ừ.
one
lâu.
flicker had to be popped up.
Chị mà sẽ
Fredrin,
mình sẽ thấy
imagine the one
ô
taunt from Fredrin
ê
and
ê ê
Ruby
ô
would
chị
have
hàng cái
been
sẽ thấy
a
chứ
sent
cả lâu như
straight
tên này gì
into the afterlife there. Matilda in the wrong spot
ô
Oh,
there,
tên
pressing
gì
tikanin.
mà
right, and
Oh,
Fredrin
Kenzie
is
à,
going to
sẽ
get
thấy anh
another
tikan.
kill again.
voice su ka hre thei a ka voice in hre thei lo
Tục
em
tikan
cái
cần
sẽ
sẽ
thấy
thấy
cái sẽ thấy
chứ. Sẽ làm mưu chim lòng.
ti
Ý,
ro
ý,
chang te on
oh.
kan thong ve vak vaka
Nó hay là trong bể trái cho nhiều.
Oh my goodness, look at Phobius. He's
mà
tanking
sẽ
all
mình
the
cái sẽ
damage
một
and
cái
also dealing huge tons of
mình
Ôi,
sẽ
damage.
nói
ôi,
đây
Ruby takes away the lucky hit from
o
Stranger,
ke
but
po
then
bit
again,
na
Furious
bin be
is
do lo mo
stacking
ka ti
all
to
kinds of dashes coming from the left side as
the
well.
loud the OP4
Taking down
gimme
there.
gimme
Barcelona on the
Looks like
backside.
it's going to continue for Trident to
gimme
get
gimme
points here.
ui
They've even taken down
gimme
trap
Fredrin
lens
as
lot
well.
che dam
It's a four-man
ê
tag
Chip
team.
to get
Kimmy on
darkness
top
si
of it as
avatim
well.
ve mel thol lang lawan i.
Showing everything that he could do into this early game with the Kimmy showing that he's the shadow. That Trident will not overcome the minion coming into place, and
Oh,
again
em
perfect
lâu feedback ha
execution
kan sẽ
coming
thấy
in.
chu van
They
san
were
ya kam ni
able to get
che.
so much kill threats on then and Opan
An
wasn't in a position to
next
try
di
to run
logo to
away. He
lang
does
ko.
not
Wala
have
long
the flicker
pero.
available for him. There was no way he was able to survive, and look at the taunt coming in from the other two as well. This is definitely
ko chun
going
zom
to
le
be
a
dead.
Len, I
e
think that was
jo het an kil tat
Matilda with the throwing eagle. Yes, they
ko va
are able to
harve
take him down. The taunt coming up so well as well, but I think W2 has to wait.
Replay ni
Yeah,
blue
ha.
team hi
I
tu
think the
tenge
assist
blue team hi
impacted
tu
the
tenge
round as well.
Blue team hi
Fusion
Trident
Esports.
in
My
Indonesia
goodness,
nya
the
sa Fusion
insane
Esport lampang
sacrifices
hi
for that turret
Malaysia.
fight, but a maniac came to
gimme
play,
cái sẽ
and it
thấy
worked out so well for his teammates.
Malaysia
They get the maniac, they even got the
Malaysia
triple
hi
as
kan
well,
fleck
so
hi
that
kala wala
was a
shelo ne hi
huge bonus of EXP farm for their side as well.
an kem
But then
pa
not
red
much
team te an
trouble.
kem fu
Oh,
do
look at
Matilda in ultimate
Flicker
among chun
knocking
zoba
Ruby once again.
oh
That
jo
was
het a
really,
tile
really
ta
good
jo het an
play.
kill
Checking up that bush, but then
one
again
kill
they get
retreat an
taken
be daw
down.
ni red team te hian
That was a core
Oh
play. You know,
no.
imagine if
ai thian
Moscow was
siam
the one to
zewa
check that. It
an
could have been
retreat
a
leng ha zela
really
opponent
fatal for
siam
their
ra
side
pat
as well. But
chuanin
that's not a good
an
play.
zone out
Lucky
hle
to get out
lutuk
of there. It's a
Moscow
four-man
tan chet vak
rally
nei
Yeah.
da om lo
farm.
Actually,
No.
1k goal lead into the side of Trident is Trident continues there, but look at that fights again.
Oh no, not looking good here. Ruby might be enough to sustain herself out there, but Kimmy is gonna be the issue here.
let's
ôi
not
Oh,
cho
run
hết
they
dash
cho
got
hết
train
ejector coming up as well.
jo het kill it
Kimmy might be able to get this, but no.
Fedrin and kill boka Fovias and ultimate panga a jump let thầy
As
don em
well. Kimmy looks like
come
in trouble.
on
The flicker is able to
bị
get him
về
away
khác ngày
though.
ống về nó này
Oh, look at the damage burst coming up by Granger, and he gets it. Oh, the
ở
flicker
đó là
coming
đầu
up as
tiên để
well.
đón nó 5
Such
second
a beautiful play by Granger
replay
there.
gần
Oh
in
my
ang
goodness me, what?
What are we
Fovias
seeing?
jump
Sound
kulo en
effects
ron
is
na
kind of
lutuk
coming in. A pendulum
timing lutuk
effect once we see Fusion Esports coming up on top, but and then again Trident with the comeback able to get all the kills into the hands of Seret here. He's just dealing a lot
yes
of
yes
damage with the
yes
Rhapsody as well as the
ta
Lens
đúng là
Flutters,
blue
and
blue
giving him the
red team te
shutdown of
khan
the darkness is the best possible
cocktail
scenario you wanna see in this game, giving your goal laner all the
top
goals
lane
that he's gonna be needing, and already he got 4 kills, and this is supposedly the way for them to have a comeback, and they already did, because look at the structure so far. They sent out the Lancelot to go into the far lanes, and the other teams, the other players are staying absolutely together so that they will try to look for team fights more and more, because now that the mid game is already on and the Granzer is already farmed quite well,
Lancelot
they
dash
want to
luta
go
ba
stay
se
safe.
kila
But
nei
look at the damage
nei
though.
le si ma se ba po thi don Lancelot
Does the
red
kill
team
count be
an
Ruby?
type
Lancelot
paran
is
chan
going to fall as well, but that was a really, really clean plays coming up there. They do not have Ruby now, and maybe group fights are gonna be a way bit easy. But then again, they have two frontliners there. It's gonna be the Jawhead and the Fredrin here, so they cannot make any filthy plays right now. Fusion has to play it well. Trident, they need to mark that Granger, otherwise there's gonna be a huge problem there.
Soviet
He's got the Hunter Strike. Piercer
ơi
and
ơi
the
khi
Spear
chị
coming
được
down already. Look at Phobius. gets basically
double
the
toss
interception
adong lo
with the taunt and the ejector as well.
I think that was the
an vor
best
boka an
thing that
stun
they can
boka
do for
phachu
Fusion
chet nge
Esports
ngong
here.
lo
They could only try to look for a trade of the
an
top
vor
lane,
boka
and the only person who was alone was Exor. He
sim
does
boka
not have any
tak
ways to
boka
survive that also, and I think
de vel
that
vegani
also has to be the reason why he
so
was holding on to
pb hi an
Radiant, because
mei
if
chang mo
he
mei chang
was
an
moving
kalter ni
away,
mo
he was dead anyway, because that's only going to
bit
be
lena
pushing from W2 onto the Frederick
Chumi
was
hi
humans,
atte
and
mei si
I don't think
an
he even have a way to
no
breathe right there. And that is the only way for Fusion Esports to try to look for a compensation of all of what have lost. And the later part of this game goes, I think the way that Trident continue have the advantage is that they do have a land slot, right? They do have a land slot to play into the far lanes. Whenever they try to start for the Lord, they couldn't go
lord
directly
anin chu
into
do
the
na
base because it's always going to
olel
be
pa
a
anin chu
fighting
me
base.
kan
And for Fusion Esports, they do not
obvious
have that kind of
zuk
players. They do not have that kind of
ta
hero
chimi
to
ta
go
mang
for. But Exor though trying to start a fight.
Oh my goodness me, look at Phobius dealing so much damage there, Nico. That's the issue that they have to look out for. And his lance, the Kimmy is nowhere to be found
dream
right
le
now. Lance
moskov
into a double kill
yen
from the
dama
backside as well.
Louis chu ava i teleport thui
Oh
ve ngai
my
dau lo
goodness
ga
me,
ju
Moskov is
visual ve
getting
det
very lucky. He's able to get a lucky kill on their side as well. To get Louis, no more dispersion on their side. But look at this, we have to check the replay, man. Look at that. Lance was in a perfect position to take down their Kimmy, their main damage dealer there. Look at that. Skill tree timing execution a little bit too early, but as a matter of fact, it worked out pretty well because he needs to, he needed that burst damage. If he used it a little bit, late there, the flicker would have popped in already and saved him. He would have saved himself there. But Lance did a really, really wonderful job. Oh my, I didn't expect the Lance pick, but then again, Fredrin with no healers, it's kind of to be expected here because he's gonna be able to use that as a stepping stone to get into the back lines there.
cái gì cái hồi cho bí khẩn biết cho cái box gì
And that's
lo
definitely what we are seeing right now already. 4 bills onto the hands of the Granger right here, and Chariot is just gonna be dealing a lot of damage and able to frontline anything. Able to hit from the backline because the frontlines are strong enough to help
Oh my
him
goodness
survive.
me!
And look at that monster kill. There was a lot of damage onto a Ruby we are talking about, but on
continue.
the bot lane as well. There was a lot of damage coming through though, but the two might be in trouble. Oh my
ava oi
gosh.
sang ve hi
That's
chu
one
an va
close
lut
call. That's
rang
one
ve
sliver of HP, but then again, look at Trident continue. They are marching down to the mid lane.
Oh, not looking good. Lancelot has vision on her as well. The flicker has to be popped up there. Fredrin running wonderful play
don
there, but he's not going to be able to make it out. Granger's burst is a little bit too much as well. He's even got, Blood Wings are already in their side as well. It looks like this might be the last stretch for the side of Fusion Esports, but we have to see the one last minute is left. Ruby is taken down, core hero there. Careful mistake
ai
on the
ai
part
ai
there.
ai
Lancelot dealing a huge ton of damage as
an
well.
extend ma thin
Can
for
he
his
get away from that? He's able to get away from the phobias. There's just a
I
few more
give
hits
me
to the base
party.
now, and I don't think they're
ai ai
gonna be able to
ai ai
make it.
ai
But
a
Lance
defense he
will.
don ni
They do. It's just lucky left to get
oi
Lancelot on the kill there.
an pan defense yang
Oh
My
my
goodness.
goodness.
Brian, with that damage, was able to dive in quite well. And look at this here. The Granger here, Sharon, was quite, caught on quite a lot.
anh
But
lo
with
thấy
his
không số bằng
build,
em
the
thấy không số
really
bằng
interesting build that he had onto the Rose Gold Meteor, was able to save him time and again. And even with the Rondo, he was able to survive such a slippery monster. You do not really see, but Magnus was able to get all those kills, but it wasn't enough because there is already a Lancelot who is always diving
nó
onto
đi
the
last
back
match này
lines,
em
and time again,
ni
Magnus
lawa
is
ma se
able to
hemi
find
hei
such as much as he did
last
into the
match
early
kan
game
si na
because
last
Brian
game
is
ka chu ala rei don na
always
sakan
diving
sani
onto him, and even to the point that he was
last
getting
match
a
ừ.
kill, and there's no taunt whatsoever for the side of Fusion Esports to help him survive all of that, and that has to be the main source of problem right now. But then again, Fusion Esports does have a scaling, not a scaling, but two scaling heroes onto their side, but will it be enough because the frontliners are too squishy at this point, and there's a lot of damage coming through, and this is gonna be the Lord secured by Brian again. The fight is on.
Oh my, once again, it looks like Fusion could be in trouble here. Darkness, Snowcall to be taken down
an
there.
zau te to
Blood
mo
Wings
ni
is
ti don
taken
na ma
down.
si
Misery
kan
is
kan
anh
taken
phải
down
don
here. Misery!
anh lens lật chia
That
đâm
was such a...
lens lật bỏ thiết chép
Oh no! That was such a close call. Oh my goodness me, the
Absolutely
spear of
perfect.
Misery.
Then so cute and so cute.
Man, I did not expect the
Split the
Blue
Oh,
sum
Jays
let's
dong
from
la.
hope.
behind the
Oi,
Granger
oi,
couldn't really make it out
tungi,
there, but
tungi,
they
tungi,
actually
team
Ni
gave
treat
it
Sudan.
na.
some threats. The bot lane,
Ah,
initial, oh no, the top lane, the top lane.
defend na naman,
Let's
defend na naman,
let's
defend.
oh,
Oy!
let's go.
Oh,
Oh, let's go.
Gonna use the
Oh,
minion.
get from look.
Yes!
Oh, let's
Unsa
oh.
man, unsa man.
Indonesian saklaw day.
What in the
What
world
is
is...
this?
Yeah,
What are we
my
watching,
goodness
yo?
me. Oh no, that was nasty. That was nasty. Fierce and
Nah, man.
esports.
Nah.
Lot lak zok han
I think, you know,
My
if
goodness.
retreat dual se chonin
if
chen
the
san lei tha
injector did
male
not
and
come
fight
into
lui
play
khera
there, they would have lost
over
by a
control do
split
bo de wei thei.
second. It was the battle of last hits,
E
literally
fight
right
lo
there. It
khan
wasn't just the
e
minions, it's
back
not the
pa je
turrets,
se
it's
mo
not the heroes, it was
retreat
the
pa kha.
crystal. The crystal
Pahni
base at
pahni vel
play,
tal
and it
e
made it work.
survive
Oh
se and
my
defense thei
goodness,
do na.
esports, I think, you
Se
know,
lens
they
lut ta
brought
khan
a lot
defense
to
ngai
the
na va ka
party.
to big lo ni
It's
kha kha
just
kha
that
te ti mai lo chon mo.
with their first tag, nervousness is,
Yeah.
you
Masih
know, settle in your
kiểu
mindset
cái
there.
gì
But it did not, you know, they're not
ai
able
Thok
to
running.
mai
get
tle bin
that
tla se
maniac
chon an
along
chak
the
man
win as
achak
well. That was
pui
a
mana.
very close call. Trident
Han
continue
chán
could
chứ
have,
mà.
you know, made a wonderful play there. I think maybe if he could have gotten the,
Ya gan tu tok
I would
tro.
say the attack speed there, I think
Oh,
maybe he would have gotten it
MIZO
though.
stream memang so dia kan
I think
TikTok
that was
stream
it.
ya.
But it's a battle
Last
of a
match kalau
Moskov and a
ama
Lancel,
India
and
team
of course
itu
the
kan
Moskov is
stream
gonna
man
be
tolong
having
lagi
the
malam ni dan
attack speed as well.
apply for
And
the
the
by
Lancel, I think for
highly
Brian there
venomous
wasn't there
Hmm.
wasn't a way for him to have those kind of comebacks,
Chuan
because
sir
even
tu
if
zong
he
zong
go
te
back
in
for the
zvain
base to
mut
try
tui
to
ve
defend
kule.
it, there's no way he could do it. And there we go, MVP, Mr. Lucky
Next
36
G hin lo support
5.
zel don ya kan ron ti
With a
chau zel
KD
a
of
season 3 te
fantastic
po ye kum to
193
la maro
on
dom chau do
210
na khata
sprays
te
and
po
early
khan team
76 in
chatak
total.
tak te squad
And
chatak tak te
800
lo te la to te
gold
changa lo
mark
in
is
prepare
actually
to
very
rin
decent in
e
comparison to
kan
the Granger, because
in ge din
when
kan
you go
shet tir
against the
ngal
Granger,
pok
you're not
ani
going to be having the
so
best
an
time.
ke
But
ma
he
hi
was
kan zia kan ni
able
a
to farm
so
out
nin
quite
host
well.
to
And I
hi
think
9
he
9 ni
was
ni a
he hung
pakhat lo
around
am ve
in
hi
that sense, right? He wasn't
yeru
bad. That's
min
why he
tiro
picked
ati
gold,
ani
right?